An auto race is more than cars running in circles. From the first beautiful entertainer to the last tired driver, it's a special event like nothing else in all of sports.
To Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. It's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have. He has the window net down, and Earnhardt continues to work on cleaning off the windshield of cars. Now Waltrip on the inside. Side by side. Down to the inside.
Oh!
4 cars. There it goes.
There's Pocono into the fence. Joe Ruttman spins around. Who's going to win the race? Where's Kyle Petty? Darrell Waltrip's alongside of him.
There's the hook. Bang.
Earnhardt came down, caught the right rear of Darrell's car. There's Darrell Waltrip's Chevrolet, and it is torn.
Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt. That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get in.
Feet away from the checkered flag. There it is. Davey Allison wins. Terry Labonte finishes second. Coming down off turn 4. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back, and Elliott goes inside. And Earnhardt still got the lead. Incredible. He's at 500.
But Alan Kowicki is coming off of corner number 4, knowing that he's winning the championship. There's the checkered flag for Alan. He's the champion for 92.
In the third corner, he gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead. And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to and Earnhardt spins him out. Oh, man. And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag. And Jimmy Spencer ran second.
Slow car's going to be in the way.
Just like a year ago, he's going to get him, though. He's going to get him. Gordon got loose. It's Harvick.
Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. What a race. What a finish.
How did Jeff Gordon hang on to that car that loose off turn 4?
Man. We got him. Tell me we got him. 29 car. You got him, buddy. Harvick, you got him.
Folks, this is Dale Earnhardt's car and team. And Kevin Harvick, the young man Richard Childress tapped, is doing a John Force down the front straightaway. Look at Kevin Harvick as the fans saluted Dale with the number 3 on the 3rd lap. Kevin Harvick salutes him on the way to victory lane.
If I was him, I'd run that thing out of gas riding around here.
What could be more fitting? What could be more special?
Turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That band behind you did it for you. You guys celebrate. You love you, band. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
Look at that smile.
I am speechless.
To go, what did you say?
Well, he said he knew he could beat him. We just didn't know what was going to happen.
Remember when we've seen this before? And Steve Mills joining the fray now.
Yeah, man, DI's tough. DI's tough.
We can celebrate.
What a finish at Daytona. Dale Jr. on top of the car in the infield.
The 1998 Daytona 500, when his father finally won the Great American Race. He threw the car into the grass doing victory donuts. Everybody joining in the celebration. That's Chocolate Myers. Long-time crewman for Dale at Richard Childress Racing. Sixth to first in the final 6 laps. All right, Mikey, you celebrate too. You never got to celebrate your win in February. You celebrate now.
Man, that's just so cool. Storybook ending. Oh, this is great.
Try to win it. I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks
He
up.
goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! He turns him.
No.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
That's a year's worth of frustration. Oh, conflict. The crews are in it. And somewhere in the middle of that is Jeff Gordon.
That's stupid.
Through as much pain and had as much perseverance as 30-year-old Kyle Busch. Tonight he earns his first Cup title. Kyle Busch, the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
Oh my God! Look at me, man! Kyle Busch, I've never seen anything like it. Thank you so much. Thanks, team. Great job!
Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship. Finally reaching the peak. Putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Mark Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion. This moment presented by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long. 4-year-old from Dawsonville, Georgia, is about to join his father, Dawsonville, in elite company. Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Driver's side to the fans, waving, and now he comes up to the young driver that just won his first championship.
I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, wait. Everybody's muted. Everybody's muted.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
Something's wrong with my camera.
Yeah, you got the you need the real race winner up there, right?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it.
I got my Chase Elliott mug, and fitted inside that, I have my Chase Elliott koozie. Also, I'm holding this. This is a championship 2020 car. Hey, guess what? It's the LTC. Oh, I'm also wearing my Bill Elliott aviators. And my hat. I had to wear my hat. Chase is in the back. What's good, Chase? So it is your favorite podcast, LTC from East Tennessee. It's me, as always, Cody, your host with the most.
JKL.
My name is Y and Bother, sponsored by Dairy Queen.
My name is Matthew Parvin, and Cody is not going to ruin my mood tonight with this vibing music.
I fully anticipated that I was going to get flamed all night long, so I just figured I'd dress the part too.
I'm actually on location today. If you haven't could tell already.
What up, Ryan?
Ryan says hello to everyone but me. Parv, keep dancing.
That's why he didn't say hello to you.
That's fine. Hey, thanks, Papa Good. Thanks for coming and leaving. He just did a Homer's dad scene in The Simpsons where he walks in, spins around, and leaves. I'm trying to catch up. The comments are rolling in. We'll be talking about this. Trust me. We're covering this tonight. There's a lot to cover tonight. We got a hashtag Parv gang in the chat. What's good, Ivan? At least somebody acknowledged me. What's up, Summer? Boys, we got a lot to talk about this evening. Mullet's looking good, JKL.
Appreciate it, boss.
So, I guess, how do we dive into this weekend? I mean, we need to go right into it. There's a lot to cover, and it's not even race-related. There's not much racing that we have to cover. Also, Tony is just, like, peeping back here. I don't know if you can see him, but Tony is just, like, peeking over right here.
He was like, "You're not tying me with wins, aren't you, buddy?"
Is that Tony Stewart in a suit?
That is Tony Stewart in a suit.
What? Okay, where did you find that? How? Why?
I know where you found it.
I found it in Dalton's hand-me-downs that he was never actually handed. Papa Good gave it to me.
So was that during his race career, or was that?
It's Office. It's Office Depot.
I don't remember where Dad got that, but I do remember one day Dad randomly FaceTimed me, and the first thing I saw was Cody in his driveway. I was like, "What are you doing there?" And then I see Tony Stewart peeking inside his car, and he says, "I'm taking smoke home." So,
yeah. Now on the other side of it, it's Tony in a fire suit. It's like a double-sided stand-up. It's really cool. Larson is over in the corner where he belongs. He's in a Hendrick timeout.
Darn.
Jacob Kelly Richmond.
That's me, bud. What's that?
Oh, that's dark. That's Dark Turnpike.
Oh my god.
Why you look like you're wearing a suit?
Was it me wearing a suit? It's a t-shirt. It's an Adidas t-shirt.
Nice.
Abraham gang.
Only wore a suit like.
Oh yeah, that's Jacob. That's for you. That comment is for you.
Abraham gang.
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
It's Walking Dead character. Rest in peace.
Well, yeah, I know. Dalton, do you not notice the similarities?
Nice spoiler, Dalton. What if somebody on here hadn't watched The Walking Dead? Now they're fucked. As soon as Abraham comes in.
You don't think Jacob is a mini Abraham?
He really is.
Wow.
Bowman deserves to stand up.
No.
Nah.
Dalton, who does Bowman remind you of?
Oh yeah, a Ticonderoga pencil.
What's good, Mom? Thanks for joining us. So I guess, dude, these glasses are like straight up from the 80s. They've never been worn, and I refuse to take that sticker off. It's like the polarized sticker. That'll have to be during our Harry Potter night. It's a sad love to have. So, I guess let's get into it. Right off the bat, the trucks, they raced.
They did.
What's his face got the got regular season championship on stage 1.
Did you say what's his face? Are you talking about Zane Smith right now? You just refer to Zane Smith as what's his face?
I did, because I don't give a shit about the Truck Series.
Debbie. So I was unable to watch the first two races of the weekend due to travels. So if you guys would like to kind of maybe give your in-depth thoughts and opinions on the truck race, they would be great.
I can't. I was getting code tested and getting my dog groomed, so I'm out of this one.
All right, that's going to leave it up to Jacob and Parv.
Well, it leaves it up to me. Parv didn't watch the truck race either. He's already pointing at me.
Where are you at, by the way, Parv? Where are you at this evening?
I am at the wonderful, the best barbecue you'll ever have in your life. Ridgewood Barbecue. Live in Bluff City.
Oh. Yeah, trucks. I mean, obviously the biggest thing, Zane Smith got the championship, regular season championship. I feel like that's well deserved. Myself, Chandler Smith wins the race, but the playoffs are interesting in the truck series. So you got obviously Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, Ben Rhodes, which I know Cody's in on Ben Rhodes forever. John Hunter Nemechek, that's a given, right? KBM until they have to switch manufacturers when Kyle Busch leaves Joe Gibbs Racing, and then Stuart Friesen. You got Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski, which that's my boy. Carson Hocevar, which I feel like is everybody's boy. Grant Enfinger is immediately on the cutoff, and so is Matt Crafton. Yes, Matt Crafton made it into the playoffs. Oh my God. So, I mean, that's a start. What do you guys think about that?
Matt Crafton was actually my pick to win Pocono, which is ironic that he snuck into the playoffs the week I said that he would win. Obviously it was no win, but I mean, there's not enough competition where I'm surprised, right? Like you can't be surprised that Matt Crafton snuck into the playoffs with this current class of truck series drivers, which my thoughts and opinions haven't changed at all. The truck series continues to be the sorriest series in NASCAR. Just no talent.
Cody's back. Cody, your host with the most, is back. Ryan Preece ran well again. He didn't win. My question is, and this is the biggest thing, and this is going to go towards the Cup Series. I don't care. I'm talking about it now. Ryan Preece is not winning like Jacob Kale looks like an extra on Ice Road Truckers tonight. You know it. Looking for my, what are they called? Lot lizards? Is that what they're called?
Pit lizard. It's a lot lizard. But we look for pit lizards around here.
Bro, I love pit lizards. Ryan Preece runs good. And the trucks, Ryan Preece has ran well in every race he's been in pretty much. But the wonderful whites of West Virginia, that's a fucking insult. Turnpike. I take that. I take every offense to that comment that there could be. Can't wait to meet you. IRP is going to be awesome. Anyways, Ryan Preece has ran well. Do you think Ryan Preece's performance in the truck series is taken away from the fact that he might slip into a Stewart-Haas car? Because all of us have said that he's going to Stewart-Haas.
I think that everything that's happening in NASCAR is lowering Ryan Preece's chances of fitting into an SHR car.
You're right. You're right. I think we're all in on Corey Haim. Corey Haim finished fourth. Give the man a
yes,
full
sir.
ride.
Yes, sir. Full time.
Yes, give a man a full ride. Now there's two names in the top 10 at Pocono that interested me. That was Derek Krause and Tanner Gray finished 10th. Old Tanner.
About time he showed up.
Yep.
It's about all I can say. I really don't have much to say about the truck series. I'm unnecessarily pissy and bitter at it. There we go. Rule number one of social media: never apologize or try to justify. Now
I'm going to cancel you, Turnpike.
That's the
Straight
only
up.
thing we can do.
That's the only thing I can
Speaking of things that should be canceled, so Truck Series happens, and
Why do you hate the Truck Series?
Truck
so much?
Series. Oh, fun.
dude, why this season? I think it's just an absolute shit show joke of a series. I think it is the most embarrassing series in all of motorsports.
Honestly, okay, I'll say this. Pocono isn't my favorite track. So this is one of those tracks every year. You guys have those tracks where you don't care to get up and go to the kitchen and get something to eat. There's some tracks you'll wait, right? You'll watch the whole thing. This is a track that I'll get up and go watch something to eat. I didn't see as much stupidity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Everybody knows how much I love the Truck Series. It's always, yeah. And this season, I feel like if it's not a Toyota or Zane Smith, there's no sense in even being out there.
Yeah.
There is a clear, and I mean, it's in all of our series, and I guess we're being spoiled now by the Cup Series and all the teams being more equal. But it seems like in the Truck Series, we are like scraping the bottom of the barrel for talent. John Hunter is not going to be in that series much longer. Chandler Smith he's got to be moving up too. I feel like both of those guys are going to a Gibbs car next year.
Oh, yeah.
Corey Heim is a contender to move up. I mean, Joe Gibbs' Xfinity program is about to be completely wide open. Let's be real, right? And I think that between Corey, John, and Chandler, I mean, apart from those guys, and Zane Smith is moving up too, right? There's no question about it. I feel like Zane is going to that 98. Like Ford's not going to let him go. I think that was clear. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the most reasonable thing. But once like those 4 or 5 names are gone, what's left in the trucks? Genuinely, like Ben Rhodes is a fine truck driver, but Ben Rhodes will be like a Ron Hornaday. He's never going to move up. That's just not going to happen. I mean, we have like these older guys who like kind of suck now, right?
Yeah.
And then we have these young guys who are buying seats and have no talent. And then there's Haley Deegan stuck in a shitty truck every single week.
She what was it, her brakes? It was her brakes this go around that went out.
I don't know. I didn't watch the race itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was her brakes. So she finished like low 30s. So to your point about the crappy trucks.
I hate trucks because it used to be my favorite series, and now it's just like full of mediocre racing week in and week out.
What does twink mean?
It's a slur.
Is it really? Damn, Joe. Why'd you make me fucking say that? Okay, I quoted. Who else heard me quote? I quoted Joe. Everybody go after Joe's ass. I didn't mean to say that.
I will never put respect on Riley Herbst's name. Is this where we roll into the Xfinity series, or is there anything else to talk about for the trucks?
I mean, somebody brought up Jack Wood. I thought that was some just pure hate for Jack Wood myself. But I mean, the race was it wasn't that good. That's just my opinion. It is what it is.
Anybody got anything they want to add about the truck series?
KBM Chandler Smith.
Parv? You want to talk about Sheldon Creed a little bit?
Nah. I mean, he's my boy, but, not that much to say about him.
Good answer, Parv, because he's not in the truck series. Sheldon is in the Xfinity series, which also raced this weekend. Once again, I can't really comment on this one, so if anybody else wants to fill the void here, it's all you.
I only watched the last 13 laps, so I'm out on this one.
I guess me then. Okay. Okay, so I actually did watch this one. So I actually want to talk about the Jeb Burton flip real quick. Boys, he got the He got the dog food wrecked out of him. You know what I mean?
Where are you at, Dalton?
What? Oh wait, where am I at right now? I'm at my mom's house again.
Okay, yeah, that's why he didn't say wreck the dog. Fuck, he said the dog food.
Yeah, I gotta be careful tonight, and that's what Door Bump and Clear says too. So that's the best way I can put it.
I thought I just heard him wrong. I didn't think he actually said dog food.
Dawn, now you're in my shoes now. You're in my shoes now. You can't say so much.
Or it's like Freddy Krueger now. He's welcome to my world, bitch.
Yeah, I got to be up at 4:00 in the morning tomorrow to go have surgery, so that's why I'm staying here tonight. But anyway, so yeah, we had a really huge wreck. Really on like the first 10 laps of the race, I think, with Roger Caruth and who was the other guy involved? Was it? I think it was the 36. Does anybody know?
Alex LeBay.
Alex LeBay, yeah. So really, turn 3 was a very dangerous part of like the whole weekend in all 3 series. Then it really got dangerous with the Jet Burton accident. Hats off to Pocono Raceway for extending that pit wall because that could have been seriously bad. I don't know if you guys remember, but it really all got started when Casey Kane spun through pit road and hit the pit road wall, and helmets were flying all over the place. Everybody was getting hit by helmets sitting on the pit wall. So really smart move by Pocono. It really worked out. I was really scared for Jet Burton. I thought he was going to hit the dead end of the pit wall at first, like where the sand barriers were. I'm really happy that didn't happen. But hats off to the AMR States team as well for responding a lot quicker this time and getting the car flipped back over very quick because, I mean, let's be honest, in the Coke 600, it took him forever to get Chris Buescher back on 4 wheels. So they finally learned their lesson. They did an excellent job, did a massive upgrade. So hats off to them. And then really after that was just the finish of the whole thing, why I thought this was one of the best races of the weekend. No Gragson and Ty Gibbs. I got to tell you guys, I'm loving this rivalry in the Xfinity Series right now. I think this could become something later on. 2 of the most aggressive drivers in the Xfinity Series right now, and both of them race each other clean the final laps. Noah did a great job driving his tail off, blocking him, and doing everything he can to stay in the lead. And sure enough, he got the win. So hats off to Noah Gragson, and he gained a fan this weekend. Papa Good just told me by text, like right after he crossed the checkered flag, was that he has gained a new driver. So it's awesome to see.
I think it's important to point out that both of them are on parole. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, yeah.
Muted.
Probation.
Parole. Yeah, both of them have had their wrists slapped this season. So I feel like one of them wrecking the other would have just been bad. So it was interesting to see those 2 drivers race clean. I did watch that part, and that was a good battle. That's probably the best battle all weekend, honestly. Is good racing. Taz definitely going to be something in the Cup Series. I've said that for years. And so is Noah. One of the things I looked at, maybe this is just my Ford bias, was Cole Custer didn't run up front. Are you on patrol? Am I on patrol?
Wait.
I think he meant parole.
I think he did too.
Are you saying Cole Custer? Wait, did Cole Custer run Xfinity?
Yeah, he ran the 07 car.
I do not remember seeing that.
He finished 10th.
Huh.
Probation officer's red.
No, Red's his weed dealer.
Yeah, he was already talking about Red. So I think to talk about like Noah and doing well, I feel like there's one special person who can cover that probably better than all of us. It's the number 1 Noah Gragson fanboy, Coop Daddy himself.
I'm eating chili. What's up, guys?
So we're talking about Noah and Ty.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Noah even stated when he had qualified, he qualified like 20-something. And he said he just struggled out in the track, but he knew his car was quick. And then right before the race kicks, he even said his clutch was sticking. So, I mean, to come out there and wheel it like he did, he didn't have a faster car than Ty. Ty was the better driver that day. But that's what happens when you're daddy. You know what you're doing. Noah Gregson's the man.
Hey, Cooper, did you hear what I said about Papa Good becoming a new Gregson fan?
I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes just eating this chili, so it's all good.
I didn't see it, but yeah, that's awesome.
I was trying to wait for the coolest moment and like the most sensible moment to bring you in. I figured that was going to be a cool intro for you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a good race, though. I liked it. I wasn't expecting Ricky Stenhouse to absolutely eat shit, though. I figured he wouldn't have went out there and dominated, but bad luck. A lot of wrecks, a lot of cautions this weekend.
You were surprised that Ricky Stenhouse wrecked?
Well, I mean, they hyped him up so much. They were like, oh, you know, the synonymous Xfinity driver, he's back for the first time in, 7 years or something?
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, Ricky, anytime Ricky's in competitive equipment, I think that he is going to be contending. I mean, if he didn't have the bad luck, chances are he probably would have been up there.
It's like Jacob was saying, I mean, Cole Custer, didn't even hear his name, but he finished top 10.
Cole Custer is one of the most interesting specimens in NASCAR to me.
He's one of the most forgettable people on the track.
Every single week.
That's what happens when you finish 26 week in and week out. I mean, it is awful. It's bad. Like as a Ford dude, man, like it is bad.
He's just there.
I really don't see him coming back. I genuinely don't.
I don't either. And everybody who thinks just because his dad's like the president of SHR, money is important. Sponsorships are important, and that car is never freaking sponsored by anything other than like Haas Auto Parts or whatever.
Haas Tooling, baby, hell yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they're gonna have to get somebody who can bring in some like outside money to that car. Either that or just sell that charter and become a 3-car team.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
You've been on that train for a while, honestly.
Yeah. Custer, I mean, dude's a good racer. He would beat me in any race I would race him in. But that's not saying a lot because I've never raced a car before.
I mean, we got the news of old Matty D that's returning next year too. So there's another guy. I mean, there's some of these guys that need to move down. I think Cole would be a good one to move down.
I didn't hear that news. Is that breaking?
Matty D's returning.
Yeah, to the trucks.
Oh,
Reckley,
Oh,
whatever.
But like Cole's another one of those names that like you could move him down and he would dominate, I think.
Oh, without a doubt.
Can I tell y'all a possible rumor about Cole Custer?
Yeah.
An anonymous source tells me that
I'm proud of you, Dalton. First off, I'm proud of you, but go ahead.
Yeah, an anonymous source tells me that Custer is out and KFB is in for 2023.
With SHR?
Yeah.
Really?
Honestly, go ahead and shout your source's address in the chat for us real fast.
In the private chat?
Okay, fair enough. Fuck me, I get it. No.
You lagged out there a little bit, Jacob.
Oh. I asked him to drop his source's address in the chat.
Don't do that.
Source, you're out there. Come on. That's good. I'll just use the private chat.
I don't see Kate.
He's like, here, I will.
I have no access to the...
He's going to accidentally put it in the actual chat.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we could just talk. We'll talk about the source afterwards. It's
no,
okay.
I literally have no access to...
What the fuck?
I literally have no access to the real chat tonight, so you're lucky.
No source, get out of here.
I think that could be a possibility. I don't know that he would go to the 41 though. But we'll get to that talk. So Xfinity standings, everything is kind of where we would expect it to be. Does anybody have any new favorites for the championship, or are we seeing the season unfold how we anticipated?
Justin Allgaier. That's the fucking champion. Hands down.
I'm still sticking to my final four. 3 Junior Motorsports cars and Ty Gibbs, and the 3 Junior Motorsports cars are Noah Gragson, Justin Allgaier, and Josh Berry.
I don't think that that's unlikely.
Same there.
No.
And now it would be cool. It would be cool to see Junior have all 4 spots filled in the championship for.
You know what the best part of the weekend was, though? Noah gets out of the car, and they're like, oh, this is regular for him. He gets sick. He runs over and he throws up, and they're trying to interview him, and he's still throwing up, and NBC's just like right on his throw up.
And then 30 seconds later, he's right to shotgunning a bush apple.
Yep, and then he goes and drinks one with Junior.
What else are you supposed to do?
That's
personal. I'm a big puke and rally kind of guy myself. So
that's a man. He's a fucking wheel man. Goes out there and wheels it, throws up, shotguns a bush apple, then drinks a bush light, and does a burnout getting into victory lane.
That's
badass.
That's how you do it. Yeah. So Noah, what is this?
With an American flag on that windshield.
Third, baby.
Third.
I don't know what it was, but that looked like last minute planning. The American flag on the windshield. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't think Junior liked that.
This flag is dangerous and inconvenient, but I do love America.
Amen. That was a good reference. So I guess, does that wrap up our Xfinity segment?
Sheldon Creed finished 5th. I feel like that was a name we didn't talk about.
I would like to be able to talk about him more often than we have been able to this season. So it's nice to see that maybe they have their luck turning around, perhaps. I mean, I want to see my boy Sheldon do well. He's just not had it this season, which sucks. But maybe this was like the groove they needed to fall into to really get going. So shout out Sheldon Creed. Kind of warm in this jacket, I'm not gonna lie.
Probably because it's straight fucking leather.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else they want to add to the Xfinity?
Nope.
Nah, fam, I'm ready. I'm just ready for the main event already.
We went Cup Series racing, fellas.
Oh, shit. I want to start this off with saying I have no beef with Cody tonight.
I got no beef. I have calmed down.
No, you got chili.
I've calmed down, so my beef with Cody is less.
Cody,
I'm not a big beef guy. I was actually turkey chili too, so I don't care for the beef.
Cody, you're very lucky. I ran out of testosterone to even rage tonight, so
you lost that back when you were 16, guy.
So I just want to preface this entire. I want to marinate you guys with this because we got to get to this at the end of this whole conversation here. I don't think that there was any reason for anybody to be pissed off at Chase Elliott in the slightest.
Why is he crooked right now? Why is he falling over?
I had to lay him over because if I stand him up, it's like all you see is just like from here down. Yeah.
He's the fallen soldier.
Kinda, no, he's not fallen, brother. He is standing tall. He has indeed. Yeah, over the last month and a half, he sure as hell has. I don't think that there is any reason for anybody to be mad at Chase Elliott or NASCAR, and we can start talking about the race.
No, you're right.
What race? There wasn't a race. Stage 1 was pretty much non-existent due to all the cautions. Shit, we were like 36 laps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, we could not get any racing in.
Sorry, I had chili on my fingers.
Yeah, that is That's a great point, Mom. Chase back here, he's peaking. He's in third right now. But
Wait, hey, Cooper.
Hey.
Does that chili have Scott Tenderson's parents in it?
Yeah, actually.
I literally just watched that clip tonight.
Good reference.
God.
Has the chili. All right, anybody got? I didn't get to watch it till stage 3. I was watching my Angels whoop on them Braves' asses, 9-1, coming out 5-0 lead in the first inning. Dude,
Yeah,
I
upset 2 friends in the damn Facebook all because I made a comment about the Braves.
It was a terrible Sunday. It was a terrible Sunday.
Not a bad Sunday. What are you talking about? I was just aggravated I couldn't watch the first stage because there was no racing.
My Braves lost, and the Rays.
My Guardians lost. They got the shit beat out of them by the White Sox.
You say the Dodgers?
No, you didn't.
Dodgers? Yeah. I'm a Dodgers fan, yeah.
Y'all lost to the White Sox?
Yeah.
Oh, just cancel your program.
We're still down right now. No. We're playing the Red Sox right now. Played the White Sox yesterday, over the weekend.
I like your hat, Cooper.
Hey, thanks.
It's a nice Dodgers hat.
Yeah. Big Dodgers guy.
That's just like when people think I'm a Riley Hurst fan.
Parv isn't really mad. Parv actually just set his shit down so you could watch more Monday Night Raw. That SummerSlam card looked good yesterday, eh?
Shout out Brock Lesnar.
Shout out Corey LaJoy. Shout out everyone that just spun yesterday. Shout out Eric. What the fuck was that on? What in the world, dude? Eric spins and is like, I'm not going to make it around the track. I'm just going to go backwards.
I had nothing wrong with that.
Old Prave.
Brave.
Big Brave guy.
the Atlanta Braves.
Come on, Prave. Prave, how'd you feel with your boy Eric yesterday?
Heartbroken.
Why? And didn't he finish top 10?
But he had a winning car, and he got screwed at the end. He did.
How'd he get screwed?
He got in the thing with Blaney before Blaney wrecked.
Oh, that's just because Blaney can't wheel a car. Blaney's a terrible driver, that's why. No, shouts out Blaney though. That was a bad wreck. Jesus, that had some shit luck yesterday.
Did you know there are 2 Penske cars with a win and 1 car without one?
Darn.
Dude, Harrison Burton had some promise yesterday too. He looked good yesterday.
That wasn't a dig at Blaney. That was literally just like reality.
It's facts. It's facts.
Bro,
I feel terrible for Ryan.
Oh, so do I.
I watched him face fuck the wall just for no reason. Car was loose. I don't even know.
AD fan, enough said.
I don't even know what happened
get the
to
dig
Joey.
there, bud.
I know Cindric spun, but I don't even know what happened to Joey. Joey never ran.
Oh, Joey just had a terrible car yesterday. It was that.
Yeah.
It was just a bad car. It just deserved to be in the back.
And he even had like different strategies, and that didn't even work. Like he went a lap down every time.
Yeah.
Dude, Penske just had an awful weekend. Joey Newgarden going to the getting flown out in the helicopter. All the NASCAR cars. Bad weekend. Well,
I think
he had a podium. He had a podium in the IndyCar.
Who?
Somebody from Penske had a Joe. I don't know if Joseph did it or not.
No, Joseph won the first day, but then he crashed on Sunday.
That's what it was.
And like he was released from the medical center, gets back to the hauler area, and then he passed out and like hit his head on the ground.
So we do have something. A certain Toyota driver was not able to run on Sunday.
I love Ryan.
Oh yeah.
So Kurt Busch had a crash.
Why did we not even start with this? Thank you, Parv.
So Kurt Busch, what happened? He had a wreck during qualifying, and we were just like waiting to see any news was going to happen. And then early Sunday before the race started, we found out that the NASCAR medical team were not medically cleared.
I got Dalton ASMR in my ears or something. This nasally ass motherfucker. Jesus.
Sorry.
So Kurt Busch was not medically cleared to compete with a concussion. So hopefully Kurt is recovered enough for next weekend's race. But someone got to fill in. This man, in his first start, he left Pocono, started simulation at 1 a.m., flew back to Pocono, and started his first race. Ty Gibbs got his first Cup Series start.
Ty gets to the Cup next year. Do it.
I call bullshit that he fit in Kurt Busch's fire suit.
Dude,
that is absolute horse shit. No,
you could see his feet, like it was all scrunched up at the bottom of his outfit.
Carb gang, baby.
Did you hear me, Jacob?
I did not know.
Dude, what is
Good
happening?
God, you are lagging terribly, brother. Yeah.
Look, he looks shocked.
Yeah.
That was his face when Blaney got wrecked yesterday.
Pain. Ty's outfit, his feet, like it was like really bunched up at the bottom, like at the ankles. He's a little guy.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. He's tiny.
But they also, not only did they have to get that fire suit for him, they had to do this, change up the seating and everything for him to fit inside Kurt's car to where it was safe. So they had to do a bunch of things for Ty.
Is it crazy that the... Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Ryan, that's false. There's no way Denny Hamel wears a youth medium.
Ty Gibbs ran pretty well.
They make shoes in medium.
Tie to the Cup. Do it.
I don't want him to go to the Cup yet. I want him one more year.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen no matter what.
Why did that McDonald's scheme look better with just the
I thought it was dog shit.
Cody, your family loves
the front end. I thought it looked better than the original.
I was confused. I was like, is this a Monster car? Is this a McDonald's car? I don't know what this is.
But I will agree with Jacob here. This was the best scheme that Monster has fucked up. Dude, don't even.
It's so weird. The colors don't vibe. Like I don't need red, white, yellow, and black.
They ruin every scheme as like a secondary sponsor. It's like how can we ruin this?
Who's worse, them or Kroger?
No, it's Monster.
Kroger.
Kroger is at least consistent. You're getting that black ass, stupid ass Monster logo that can't even be made on a fucking diecast every single week.
It's ugly. I agree with Cody. Because literally you can have,
ugly, but it's not as bad as the Kroger.
You can have the most beautiful paint scheme, shout out Corlo Joy, but it gets ruined by Monster Energy.
Yeah, it's not Kroger's fault. Do you think that Kroger's actually going up to them and being like, hey, can you just absolutely fuck up our logo on your hood?
I think so.
Well, I mean, I just don't understand why the logo is always so far down the hood.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. There's so much hood. It's just like
all the way down. It's like you have to be fucking cross-eyed to actually see it. You know what I mean? It's bad.
Way to dig at me.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck me.
Are y'all cross-eyed?
Yes, dude.
I never
never noticed.
Bad.
Both of us, like our left eyes are like,
yeah.
Well, ours is like, it's like half closed all the time, and it's always looking wherever the hell it wants to. Yeah.
Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Corey LaJoy for an awesome paint scheme this Sunday.
Shut up about Corey LaJoy's paint scheme, guy. It wasn't even that good.
Well, he finished 9th in stage 1. I want to point that out. He finished 9th in stage 1.
Thank you. See, Cody, your family loves me. I love it.
At least you have one group that loves you.
I know, right?
You don't like me without my good sunglasses? One of these days, I'm going to do an episode with no sunglasses. Yeah, look. Parv's got a little, like, gang now.
That's fun.
Part of his ego.
What else happened? Noah. Why was Noah an onboard cam? That was a little weird.
And we love to see like 31st or the wall.
Yeah, that was a little
Yeah.
strange. I didn't get that.
Um,
Why?
Real quick, on that last topic we were on, though, I'm glad you brought up Noah. I do think that Ty is more ready for the Cup than Noah is.
1000%, dude. And oh my God, who filled in for Busher?
Zane.
Yeah, I think those are two good ones you could pull.
Oh, with no question about it.
If you're gonna replace, then I think if you take Cole, Eric, yeah, I mean you got more openings too.
I think that Zane Smith will be Brad's replacement.
That's probably a good pick.
That wouldn't be bad. But I mean,
Like, it'll
Brad's
give him a
still
little
kind of
bit more
young
time
though.
in the Brad, yeah, but he's an owner now, though. Brad is, I think we're definitely seeing like the tail end of Brad's career. I think that's probably pretty fair to say. I mean, Brad could still, Roush could be back.
They're back.
And if Roush had equipment that could compete with Hendrick, Joe Gibbs, and Trackhouse, I think that we would still see like a very winning Brad. I mean, we're talking one of the longest streaks in NASCAR of consecutive winning seasons is like up in danger now, right? People forget like how great of a driver Brad Keselowski actually is. He came in second in points in 2020.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, something I was thinking about. Do you remember a few years ago when everybody was talking about if Michael McDowell to come back to the 34 car? But this was actually a topic in the news, and now Michael McDowell is actually just killing it. Top tens.
Honestly,
every week.
yeah. Can I say something on this show that's gonna rattle everyone's cages?
Oh man.
I want Michael McDowell to be put in a decent car. Like, I just want to see what he could do in like, dude. Can Michael McDowell end up in the
Leave
10?
him.
The 18.
Leave him.
Good point. That is a great point that I've thought about the past week. He could end up in another car.
No, he
That
stays.
Love's money is big money, and Love's is not leaving Michael McDowell.
See, here's the thing. Michael McDowell has a guaranteed sponsor. So if he leaves the 34, Love's is gone off the 34.
God, that's crazy. It's like they just said that.
Hey, shut up. I'm speaking here. Thank you very much. Michael McDowell.
Shut up, bitch.
So, you know,
Bam.
Cole Custer.
Tell me more.
So Cole Custer's gone. He can go to the 41.
You know what Parv reminds me of? He reminds me of Booger. Booger McFarland. That's
Revenge
Parv.
of the Nerds?
Hey, Cooper, shut the fuck up. It's my turn to speak.
There's only two people in this whole fucking chat
spicy.
that got that one.
So here's the thing. So he can go to the 30. If he can go to 41, he probably will go to the 10 because that'll be Kyle Busch. But what about the 18?
Yeah, he's already drove it.
Because he's already drove it. He has a sponsor. So he can just bring that on with him. Because Loves will pay him and Joe Gibbs will pay him. So
I was on board until you said that Joe Gibbs is actually going to hire Michael McDowell.
Listen,
Good Christian boys. Good Christian boys.
Okay,
Here's
hold
your
on.
chance now.
Hold on.
Does Michael McDowell go to the 18?
No, it's Ty Gibbs.
it's not going to be Ty Gibbs this early.
That was the worst
Listen,
take that has ever
Y'all
been
remember
said
when
on this
you were
fucking
screwing with me?
That was worse than the Timmy Hill one. That was honestly that bad.
Yeah.
You just fucking topped the Timmy Hill one bar. You just said Joe Gibbs is going to hire Michael McDowell.
Listen.
Oh
Cody says he wants him in a competitive car. Well, right there, the 18 is competitive.
You went to the 18, man. The most the 18 is the new 3. Let's be honest. I'll say it. The 18 is the new 3. And you just said Michael McDowell has a chance to go to the 18 car. Why? My question is why? I'm open to hearing suggestions on this.
Well, like I said, Joe Gibbs was looking for a sponsor for that car. Michael McDowell has Loves, and he has basically built up his things with Loves. And Michael McDowell is a very respectable driver, especially off the field. Like his personality, the way he is. But he's drove really competitive this season. Has proven himself to be. He can get himself a win if he needs to. Obviously, he needs to, but he needs a more competitive car than the 34 car, and the 18 is a perfect place for him. So, I mean, is it unrealistic? Yes, but the 41 could be also competitive for him. So,
no,
guess.
Can I ask this? If you were let's say you're Joe Gibbs, right? I want all of you to answer this. Actually, you're Joe Gibbs. Imagine being Joe Gibbs, and Kyle Busch is gone, right? Kyle Busch is leaving. Let's just say that's the reality. Kyle Busch is gone, and you have a choice whether to
it's happening.
Michael McDowell or Ty Gibbs in the 18. Who are you putting in the 18? Even with as young as
Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs.
Nah, I don't feel like Ty's going to go to the 18 anyway. If Ty's going to go anywhere, he'll go to the 19 or the 20. I think the 18 will be that veteran car. Michael McDowell's not a bad move for it because he's got prior, history there. But part of saying that they're looking for a sponsor really isn't the case because there's so many sponsors that kind of chug through Joe Gibbs. So, I mean, Interstate Batteries and Pedigree and Yahoo, there's plenty of sponsors that this can keep going through, especially as a veteran car.
Oh, listen, I know Joe Gibbs Racing doesn't want to move Ty up early, but if Kyle's going to leave, which he is, I really don't think they have a choice.
Now, I do think that statement you just made, Dalton, is false across the board. Joe Gibbs loves to rush talent up. Let's look at Joey. At Daniel. Daniel Suarez is another one.
Perfect.
Well, Dale Suarez is not by choice, I don't think.
I mean, it kind of was.
Yeah, he could have just not moved him up and got somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, that happened out of nowhere, though. I mean, I think that's a whole different situation.
Dude, let's also talk about Joe Gibbs dumping people at any chance he possibly gets. For instance, Matt Kenseth, Eric Jones, anybody that pretty much drove the 20 car.
Yeah.
Stewart.
That's 20 car. That's 20 car, man.
Come in for a couple. I mean, right now, Chris Bell, I don't give a shit if he won 2 weeks ago or not. He's on the chopping block. Chris Bell, just because he drives a 20 car, is on the chopping block right now.
Damn right, I pop off.
Okay, where are we at in this conversation now?
I mean,
we're talking
the
about
20 car. The 20 car is
Chris Bell is safe. Chris Bell is safe.
Do you think that Kurt Busch moves from the 45 and they open it up for Reddick next year, and Kurt Busch goes to the 18?
No, if anything, if we want to play this game, I think it would be the exact opposite. I could see them parking Tyler in the 18 for a season, gives Ty one more year, and then Tyler just moves over to 2311.
Ooh, I like that. Yes.
Yeah.
What about Kurt? If Kurt ain't returning next year, who runs that 45?
Kurt comes back. Denny already said that. And Kurt said that. Kurt said that this week, actually. He was on Good Morning America. And
I thought Kurt said he didn't know.
No, he said Kurt is coming back. He confirmed that.
Next year could be his last.
Yeah, he alluded to that. Because he said after next season, it's about getting the talent in the seats and seeing what we can do. He's expected to stay with 2311 after he retires in an administrative role, is what he was getting at in that comment. So Kurt is going to race the 45, Bubba will be in the 23. If RCR, which I expect it to happen, and I think it is falling into play for it to happen, I do think that Kyle Busch is probably going to move on from Joe Gibbs or retire. I do not think that Kyle Busch is in the 18 next season, and this is the first time that I have came to that realization.
Yeah, same here. This weekend just proves that Kyle's not coming back. on Friday, I still believe there was a slim chance Joe Gibbs probably could have signed it back, but after Sunday and everything that happened, that we'll talk about later on, not a chance. Not a chance. It's over.
Do you think if he won without a DQ, do you think he would have been re-signed, though?
Honestly, I don't think so. Seriously.
It was concrete to me when Joe Gibbs walked up to Kyle Busch at the end of the race. And I don't know if you guys seen it.
Yep.
Joe Gibbs walked up and Kyle acted like he wasn't even in his presence.
But he did say something to him, though.
Yeah, literally.
You firing me.
Yeah. Literally, Kyle had that phase where he was like, "Oh, piss off, Joe." Like, yeah, the writing's on the wall, boys.
Do you follow Kyle or do you stick with the 18? What do you do?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm going wherever Kyle goes. I still don't want 18.
Yeah, are you still going to pull for the 18 or like you're done with it?
No, I'm going wherever Kyle goes.
I respect it. That's the beauty of NASCAR compared to other sports. You can make those moves without being as judged. A lot of people make fun of me for doing that with LeBron. It doesn't matter where he plays. If LeBron's playing for him, that's my favorite team.
And I did the same thing with Peyton Manning when he was playing the NFL.
A lot of people did with Peyton, especially around here specifically. But I mean, it's much more frowned upon in team sports than it is NASCAR, where you follow a driver. You follow a certain individual rather than a team. I think that it's wild, isn't it? I did not think 6 months ago we would be having this conversation about Kyle Busch probably not coming back to Joe Gibbs.
Literally, that article that Adam Stern tweeted out about M&M's paying $25 million to Joe Gibbs Racing just told me that I really don't think there's another sponsor out there in this world that has that same amount of money that would be willing to come to the Cup Series and sponsor Kyle Busch. There's just no way.
I personally disagree with that wholeheartedly. I think there are a lot of teams that have probably offered a lot of money, and from the way that everything sounds to me, my uneducated brain, it sounds like sponsorship is not the issue as much as they're not able to find the right number for Kyle with the organization.
That's what it's been the whole time. I've said it over and over and over again. It's just Kyle is not willing to take a pay cut. He refuses to, and that's what's really killing him right now. I mean, he's getting the attention, but it's just they don't have that M&M's money, and he's not willing to take the pay cut. And I don't know if you guys saw this too, but you remember back in May when they were talking about that tech company for a 1-year deal?
Yeah.
So shockingly, it wasn't Yahoo. It was actually Oracle, which is a tech company located outside of Austin, Texas. They were very close. When it comes to money, that's as close as to M&M's money as they're ever going to get. But that deal fell through, and that's why they're back to square one pretty much.
I don't think that Joe Gibbs is hurting for sponsorship money. I genuinely don't. I think the money that Kyle is looking for is just way more than what he's previously made. Kyle Busch knows his worth, and he is expecting to make that worth. Toyota has a hand in it as well. I think that Kyle Busch is the feeder to Toyota, and he knows that. It puts Toyota in a rock and a hard spot because where is their talent going to come from? Just the Xfinity Series now? So I think he's playing chess, and they're either going to get a checkmate. I find it highly unlikely, though, that Kyle Busch goes anywhere else, honestly. I think that if Kyle doesn't get this deal done, I personally think that he will probably just retire, genuinely.
Do you know who would be a really good filler?
I don't want that. Huh?
Do you know who'd be a really good filler for the 18 car?
Let me hear it.
I don't know. He's got a past with ARCA, Xfinity, a little bit of Cup. He's not too bad, especially during COVID. But Quinn Houff. Seriously, I literally think Quinn Houff would be a good filler. No, Quinn's got that money, man. Quinn's got that money. Star comes out. No more Star come. Okay.
Are you on drugs?
Fire's doing their own thing. All right. But look, you got a young, hungry talent right here. That's a good super speedway racer. I think Quinn would be a great developmental guy for the 18 car. Seriously. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
How?
Yeah, you're wrong.
How?
When is
You got
Quinn
the
Houff
20 car
ever
that
been a
cycles
good
through
super
everyone like I
speedway
cycle
racer?
through my fucking socks each day. You got the 19 that's still filled. Okay? Like, we're fine. We're fine.
I'm
You got
putting
the 11,
Brendan
the 11 will be
Jones. I'm putting Brendan Jones in the 18 before I put Quinn out.
Why would you put Brendan Jones?
I'm,
What has
dude,
Brendan
I'm
Jones
moving
done?
John Hunter Nemechek straight up into that car.
Consistency. JHN's already been in the cup. He didn't have it. He ran with,
With
a good
front
team.
row? No, he didn't. He was in the 38.
That's a good team.
Good for 22nd, sure.
What the fuck? What is Spire to you then?
Spire?
What is Spire? Spire a good team too?
No.
Who's Quinn been with that's been good?
Quinn is. I'm not saying Quinn's
Nobody.
terrible, but
Thank you. Thank you.
Quinn has not done anything whatsoever to prove that he deserves a ride in a top 4 vehicle.
What has John Hunter done?
One.
Quinn has not had equipment.
Did you impart to switch brains? Like, I mean, that's serious.
Oh man, I'm on that water.
That's
crazy. I didn't know Michael was going to the 17. Huh.
I do want to point out though that if Kyle Busch does leave Joe Gibbs Racing,
which he will,
which is probably going to happen, it will probably be the biggest. I mean, like the biggest situation of a driver leaving a team since Kevin Harvick.
Or no, I say since Dale Jr.
Well, Harvick was after Junior.
Yeah.
I mean, Carl Edwards leaving Roush was a big one too.
Yeah, that's another big one.
Matt Kenseth leading Roush too.
Yeah.
That was like out of nowhere. He's had a press conference and said, "Hey, I'm out of Joe Gibbs or Roush Fenway, not coming back."
Can we talk about how gangster Jack Roush was? He was like, "I wish him the success, but as far as it goes, I hope he never wins another race." What the hell?
What's up, Mark? Welcome to our shit show of a show this evening. So far we've debated Michael McDowell or Quinn Houff to the 18. We've lost all reputability and respect. Mark Martin leaving the Cat in the Hat. That was a big one too.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because he's like, you know what, I'm retiring, and then he's like, actually, no, I'm not.
He's like, never mind, I'm coming
And
back.
then he was like, I'm retiring. And then he was like, actually, no, I'm not. And then he was like, I'm retiring. And he was like, no, I'm not.
He was the Brett Favre of NASCAR.
He was. He
really was. Well, the best driver in NASCAR won stage 1, Kyle Larson.
Yeah. Real good. Who was it he was battling with in the third stage?
Kyle Larson?
Yeah.
Was it
Oh my
Bell
God,
or McDowell? I feel like that's insane that I'm saying that.
Yep.
McDowell finished 6th. The man does not lose.
He finished 8th.
He finished 8th?
Before the DQ. He technically finished 8th.
Ah, that's true. Then the DQ he got moved up. I keep forgetting about those two guys.
So,
That's
yeah.
nuts.
Who? What two guys?
We're gonna.
But I don't know. It was cool to see because like Larson's trying his damnedest to catch down Michael, and like Michael's just chugging it through.
Michael's a dude. He's a small
Michael's
army. He's a
built
small
different.
army. He is, man.
He's built different.
Suarez is honestly starting to run like Chastain level.
Big Kyle Weatherman guy.
Kyle Weatherman. It's a good guy.
Something else happened in stage 1 too.
Oh, what else?
Oh, Denny spun.
He did spin
because he was bitching. He was bitching about his car, and he spun. I didn't think he was coming back from it. I thought he broke something because
the damn tape spun him.
He got radioed in, and he was told that that car wasn't doing too well. So the old tape.
Kevin Harvick started like slowly creeping up in stage 1.
That's crazy. I don't want to talk about him.
For what it's worth, I have no idea. Oh wait, we got one of them here. I don't know.
Yeah,
where
I'm
Dalton
here.
went.
I'm here now. I'm
Kicking
back.
Dalton out until he comes back.
My Wi-Fi was bad. Sorry.
Dalton disappeared. Harvey had to rub one out. That's okay. You can just say it. I don't think that this is. I don't think that this is a bad opinion here, Ryan. I actually. Oh, it hurts. I agree.
Whoop whoop.
Is Michael McDowell the new Dale Jarrett?
Wouldn't that be something?
Dude,
he's like the Dale Jarrett, the Harry Gant. Just goes on
that was bad luck. That was bad luck. That's an accident. He didn't even get a damn chance. Get out of here.
Cody, you know exactly what I mean by that. Just run out there for so long and all of a sudden just championship contender always showing up. Well, I mean, literally think about it. If he is the new Dale Jarrett, he's at the team that literally bought Robert Yates Racing. What a storybook that would be.
Oh no! No! Don't do that.
So, lovely lady, lovely woman.
Oh God! What are we doing?
Damn.
You couldn't even say loves there, bro. Come on, man.
Dalton, you're muted if you're talking to us.
Mom thinks y'all gonna get tired of seeing her.
She said that we're gonna get tired of seeing her.
Yeah.
I feel like Cooper disagrees. Jacob probably disagrees too.
Cooper disagrees.
Definitely disagree.
No,
Jacob
that's a great woman.
disagrees too.
I'd love to shake her hand.
What?
I would. I'd say nice to meet you.
I hope you mean that the way I'm thinking.
I don't
It's
know
what
else
the
you can do with a
fans
handshake
want,
there, guy.
Dalton.
It's what the fan. Yeah, I figured y'all would like that.
There's
I
so
don't
much
like-
going on in my ears right now.
Dalton, go tell your mom Joe said hey.
No, tell him exactly what he said.
I want to apologize for all the
Reenact
sniffing.
emoji.
That's
Dalton, you don't have anything to apologize for, buddy.
well, it's all getting fixed tomorrow, so don't worry. Hopefully, it's the last time.
Better be.
Like seriously, I cannot breathe right now.
I hope you can breathe tomorrow. Ryan.
I might not wake up.
Joe pisses me off every week with his take. Where's the Jesse Iwuji at driving race cars? Coop owes you 100, but all right. So Coop only $90.
Okay. I see now. Okay.
Let's see.
Thanks, man.
What's the take on NASCAR? Okay, yeah. So let's rush through. And then we'll answer this question. Yeah. See, Dalton, you're not bothering anybody. Kyle Busch wins stage 2.
Yes.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah. Ross. Yeah.
Yeah. So stage 2 happened. Stage 3, Denny and Ross get into each other.
Oh, do you have the interview, please? I want to see Ross's
I'm
interview.
Pull that up. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't know what to say. He was actually speechless.
Dude,
and then Blaney
so-
said "fuck" on TV. That was so great.
This is what I've been waiting for: is Ross's interview after he finally gets dumped.
Okay, we're all in agreement that was a dump, right? Because I've seen some debate.
There's no date.
It really was.
Yeah, people were trying to say that Denny didn't do anything, and I was like, bro.
It wasn't a dump. He gave him enough track to wreck himself. It was not a dump.
Dude, he ran him up over the top of the apex of the corner, and
He gave him
no
enough
room.
track to wreck himself. To be fair, Denny didn't touch him.
Hey, real quick.
I ain't a Denny stand, but Denny didn't wreck him.
What?
Denny didn't wreck him.
You need to get your front facial taped.
Yeah. Hey, can you bring that comment back up real quick before y'all go on? Shout out to Breathe Right Nasal Strips One Good Time. Hopefully that's my new sponsor.
If they're not going to sponsor Kyle, I don't know if you've got any chance.
I need him. I need him bad.
All right, let's peep this.
Staying out of the infield care center, Parker was with him.
Ross Chastain checked and released from the infield care center after that incident with Denny Hamlin at the front of the field. What happened there from your point of view?
Oh, Parker, I think that's something that's been owed to me for a few months now. So I'm proud of the effort by Trackhouse and everybody in this Worldwide Express car. It's week in and week out. We keep bringing fast Chevy Camaros, and everybody admin help Moose and Jockey to keep bringing bullets like that and keep bringing fast cars. It's a testament to GM and everybody at Chevrolet. So yeah, it's another fast one, and we'll be back at Indy.
You feel like that was retaliation from him?
I've been owed that and probably some more for a few months now. So yeah.
Is the score settled? Say the last is worth 1,000 words there from Ross Chastain.
He don't know what to say.
He probably thought that was. He probably thought that was a dumb question. He was like seriously.
I mean, I don't think it was a dumb question by any means.
Is it over though? Do you guys think it's over?
Flag back in the air.
No.
Very tight in the first 6 cars.
Oh, it's so waggy.
Chastain up the racetrack. Here comes the 11.
They lean on each other a little bit. Chastain. Oh!
Hard into the wall.
He touched him. What are you talking about?
Well.
Nope. Gave him enough room to wreck himself.
Racetrack. Here comes
Keep
the
going.
11.
He definitely moves up. He moves up. Look, he's moving up there.
There's another angle though that you can go.
What's
Did you not see the smoke?
Did you not see that? That smoke that was right there.
I don't see no smoke. Keep playing.
They lean on it. See Chastain drives in the corner, gets up the racetrack. Hamlin immediately up the racetrack.
Right there.
Pushes Chastain
Little
out of the
brick
line
in
and
there.
into the wall.
That hurt. I hated that.
Here he is. Look how high Hamlin is. Remember, he was a car on the bottom, and he just ran Chastain up the racetrack, and then trouble ensued behind him.
Christopher Bell hits the wall as well. We see that in the top corner of the screen, the 20 car.
Yeah, Hamlin, you might want to know, is that retaliation? That's just Hamlin saying, look, I'm not giving you any room. You haven't given me any room. This is a race for the win.
Here's what
There's
frustrates
someone's
me
on
the
board.
most. Here's what frustrates me about that. I bet it did. That wreck there hurt a lot of people. Thank you for being an OG. Ryan said he posted something in the Discord that's kind of news.
We passed level 1 of Discord. I don't know what that means, but
Let's go. So Gene Haas was at Pocono this weekend.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Brett Griffin mentioned on DBC today that there are going to be 2 guaranteed charters, maybe even 3, that will be available to buy. And Dale Jr., Denny Hamlin, and Matt Collig are the 3 people going for them. That's spicy. Thank you, Ryan.
That's crazy. It's like RCR is going to be gone. RCR gone. No more.
Yeah, that definitely hurt. That was a hard hit.
Honestly, it sucks for him too because given what we're getting ready to talk about here at the end, Harvick could have been the winner.
It would have really sucked if Eric Jones would have won that race, and he looked damn close yesterday.
Yep.
That would have really hurt, but that put him back even more. I think he's like 90 points under right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But okay, so most of us agree that Denny did that on purpose.
Nope.
I was just wondering. I just don't see how you think that.
He didn't.
Bro, he absolutely.
He was doing it in a smart, calculated way that wasn't like a Kevin Harvick last year at the damn Roval. Like,
I think that Harvick, dude, time's running out for Harvick this season. He's not really a force to be reckoned with at Watkins Glen. He's not really one of those guys you think of consistently for a super speedway.
Michigan is his last chance.
That's not true. Indy Road Course.
No.
That's a familiar track for the guy.
No road course is
If this was the Indianapolis Oval, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
I just don't see Harvick. I agree with you. Michigan is his last shot.
Or Richmond.
Richmond is a good one, I think. Time's running out, and dude, it's getting so down to the wire. So many big names haven't won yet. The playoffs are insane. But crazy battle ends up Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, the two Toyotas, clearly faster than everybody else. Nobody had anything for them other than Ross. So Denny Hamlin crosses the finish line first. So there are a few things to see here. So
Nice cup, Dalton. What'd you get from there?
An M&M's Blizzard.
This is so sad.
Is it good?
Yeah. Had to tape up the lid so it wouldn't fall out.
So I guess we start here.
In NASCAR, Denny Hamlin's going to try to do a burn.
That's a mid burnout. Oh, and he comes out snoozing.
Hey, that's me.
For Denny Hamlin. For the spin Saturday, Denny, the lap one contact today, the spin.
That was you, Parv.
Today, the fuel concerns at the end. How did you overcome all that to get back to victory lane for the 7th time at Pocono?
It's the team. They just were able to come back with a great strategy there to get us back up front from the mistake I made.
Taylor in for a hug. Oh, crying tears there. Oh, look at that.
Dude, this is honestly
crying.
Dude, this is honestly so heartbreaking. Like, she's so happy that her dad just won. Fucking crying. Like, this is the saddest thing in the world to me.
NASCAR was like, hold up,
Denny, I
let
think
me
the
rip
booze
this
might
out of
be
your
for the
hand.
contact with the one. So was that straight payback?
I mean, what'd you want me to do? What'd you expect me to do? It was we got position on him, and he just ran out of racetrack.
So let's talk about it. Is it now over between you and Ross Chastain in your book?
I mean, we're going to just keep racing hard until we get the respect back from these guys. And, it's not just that. We've been wrecked 4 times, twice while leading in the last 10 months. And that's just, I'm at the end of it.
Denny, this is win number 49. It ties you with your former teammate, Tony Stewart. You also won behind Junior Johnson right now. Did you ever dream or ever believe, and you actually passed Tony Stewart, did you ever believe you would be at this point?
No, never. I mean, I just wanted to be a local short track racer in Virginia. That's all I really cared
Short track
about.
racing.
But, I was able to get a great break from JD Gibbs, and that's why I'm driving the number 11 for Joe Gibbs Racing. And just got to say thank you so much to Toyota, FedEx, Shady Rays, the Jordan brand, Coca-Cola, everyone who makes this possible, Sport Clips. It feels good to win here at Pocono.
One more thing, what's your reaction when you hear those boos from the fans in the stands?
I hear more cheers than boos.
All right, Denny Hamlin making a statement, 3rd win of the year. And Rick, I'll tell you what, championship or not, 49 career wins. Those are Hall of Fame numbers that you mentioned.
Definitely Hall of Fame numbers. And again, the only thing lacking right now, Denny has
Good
won
luck
all
getting
the
this
big
flag
races.
back.
He's won every crown jewel. He just has not been able to capture that first championship.
I got a question. What do they do with the trophy?
49 wins.
What do they do with the flag? Do they confiscate it? Hey, you're muted.
Bob actually asked Chase about that today. And Chase said that he actually, I'm not going to quote Chase. So let's
I respect Chase for what he said with his interview. 100%. Because I honestly was want to come on this, be more angry, but then I watched this video, and it just like my rage just went down 100%.
Yeah, so let's cover the end, and then I'll play Chase's reaction. So Denny Hamlin finishes second. Kyle Busch finishes, or Denny Hamlin wins. Kyle Busch finishes second. Chase Elliott, finishes third.
It was Chase, Tyler, and then who?
Suarez.
Yep.
So they pull him up through post race, and let me read what the Joe Gibbs statement was on the matter. But regardless, they find tape up and under the wrap on Denny and Kyle. Odds are it was probably every Toyota out there. But those two guys finished it second. They got caught. A single piece. This is the director of competition for Joe Gibbs Racing, Wally Brown. To quote him precisely, a single piece of clear tape was positioned over each of the lower corners of the front fascia ahead of the left front and right front wheel openings on both of those cars under the wrap. This change in our build process was not properly vetted within our organization, and we recognize it is against NASCAR's rules. We apologize to everyone for this mistake, and we have made changes to our processes to ensure that it does not happen again. End quote. Yeah, so basically, I mean, to paraphrase, really, we cheated, we got caught, we're not going to cheat again. I mean, it's rough. Like, it sucks. It genuinely does suck for Denny. I feel bad for his kid because she was stoked for that win. Kyle Busch finally had his luck turn around, only to be screwed over. I hate it for him. Genuinely, as much as I'm not a Kyle Busch guy, I respect him and like his talent and his skill, obviously. You would have to be stupid to actually despise Kyle Busch on the track, right? You can't knock the guy for what he's able to do. And he is in one hell of a slump right now. It's uncharacteristic. It kind of reminds me a little bit of last season, the first bit of last season. And it reminds me of the 2020 season even more so, though. Obviously, like, this contract stuff is clearly playing a role in this. And anybody who tries to say it's not is insane.
I mean, and also the thing was with his win this season, it wasn't much. I mean, he backed into the win basically because of what happened at Bristol Dirt. He got lucky with the ending of the race. So,
right, a win is a win. I mean, when you boil it down to the records, but it's not like he has had like a dominating day. The closest, what was it, Vegas?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he had an incredible spring. Most of them were top 10s and top 5s. And after that lucky Bristol Dirt win, I admit, he was still getting top 5, still getting top 10, still competing for wins. You get to Gateway, you finish second to Joey, and then right after that, it's just been downhill from here. And it's only gotten worse and worse and worse, and it's going to continue to just get worse. Next weekend is going to be worse because you know how Joe Gibbs Racing's road course program has been, and especially after failing inspection, that Toyota's definitely going to be under the microscope pretty much for the rest of the season. So I don't expect any more speed out of the 18 team anymore this season. I really don't. And like literally, if Kyle's team was going to get caught cheating, you remember when RCR said Tyler Reddick going to 23XI was couldn't have come at a worst possible time. Well, if Kyle's going to get caught cheating, this is definitely the worst possible time. I want to say, as a Cowboys fan, I'm embarrassed. I'm very disappointed. I'm infuriated. I'm everything bad in the book. I think this is just beginning when it comes to the fallout. I expect a lot more coming tomorrow. Possible playoff ban. More point dogs is what I'm hearing. And that's going to be fun because when I wake up from surgery tomorrow at around like 11 o'clock, I get to go on Twitter and see the news, and I have to figure out if I'm still high from anesthesia or if it's real or not. But yeah, very disappointed. Joe Gibbs Racing, very disappointed the 18 team. I've about had it with Joe Gibbs Racing, to be honest with you, and honestly hope Kyle. I really don't want to see Kyle come back to Joe Gibbs Racing now after all this. Very disappointed.
That was a point I was getting ready to bring up. You know, you talked about penalties. All right, NASCAR has already set a precedent. Like earlier this season when they grabbed Brad, right? Brad got hit with a steep penalty, pretty much. Just absolutely killed him. So, do we think that it should be the same treatment towards Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin? And why?
Brad wasn't DQ'd. They did not make any gains at all whatsoever in this race. They were not awarded any points from this one race. They did not receive any benefit from this race. So therefore, in my opinion, you cannot penalize them by points because they did not receive any points for their cheating. Nobody, you could argue that Ross got screwed over out of the ordeal, but that's reaching for just straws at that point. Both cars were disqualified. They didn't earn their points on the day, and everybody who finished in front of or behind them moved up, right? I think that they received a fair punishment. A DQ is a pretty hefty penalty.
Well, I was getting ready to say, but why didn't they DQ Brad? Why did Brad get the heftiest penalty of all, and they didn't DQ him, but they DQ these guys?
Actually, remind me, didn't that happen to him like during practice or qualifying?
So it wasn't the race.
No, it was pre-race. It was either I think it was the pre-race inspection.
I thought it was pre-qualifying tech.
It might have been that. I know it was nothing. It was before the race itself. Perhaps hold on. Let me just get this one thought out, Parver, else I will forget it. Had they found this on Brad after the race, post-race, then he probably would have been DQ'd as well, and he probably wouldn't have gotten the points penalty. And I would say if they would have found this on Joe Gibbs pre-race, then they probably would have gotten the same penalty as Brad.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of piggyback off that, Cody. I think they just brought a good idea in my head, because if you penalize them, DQ them, they get rid of all their points, and then give them a disqualification, give them a penalty of a point dog. That's harsher than what Brad got calls. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch got no points for this race, and then they lost however many points they might lose tomorrow if they do lose race.
But I will counter that argument. They didn't really lose much, and that is because of the playoff format.
If this is in regard to the Brad thing, though, Brad was questioned all race weekend about the penalties and all of that leading up to it. It was before the race. I vividly remember this.
That I did forget. I was actually genuinely curious to why they didn't DQ him and did DQ these guys.
Yeah. Mark right here, this is a really great point. NASCAR takes the top 3 cars and then 2 random cars throughout the field to do the full teardown on. And I think that's in regard to this right here. You finish in the top 3, though. The top 3, if you cheated the right way, you're going to be there, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but really, Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch, even though they didn't gain much points, they're still good. They're still in the playoffs.
Honestly, that really depends if there are more penalties out of this. If they hand down L1 or L3 penalties for Denny and Kyle, that could Denny might be okay, but as regards to Kyle, let's just say there are more than 16 different winners. Kyle, there's a good chance he might not make the round of 16.
I don't think we have more penalties. I just want to go on and say I think we won't, and I hope we don't. I think a DQ is more than fair.
I think it's justified for what they got. I hate it so much. I was flat out furious, and I've calmed down more now. I was furious then, but I'm less furious now, in the sense of I've calmed down. It sucks.
What were you mad about?
I mean, obviously, I was mad they got DQ'd. I didn't understand what the whole thing was. And yes, I was mad that Chase won, but then like after everything happened, the Chase interview today, I was less upset. Chase said in his interview that he doesn't really feel like he won because he did not cross the finish line first. He crossed third. But obviously he has that fourth win still. But I'm less mad now. I understand all the penalties. I don't think they should get any more tomorrow because yes, that would hurt them a lot more. But yeah, it's the sucky situation that we're seeing. Yes, we've seen it from Toyotas before, but we've seen it already from a Ford car this year, so we can't be using that argument. And I will die on that hill. I don't care what y'all say. I can't be like, oh, Toyota's right again. But we see it with Ford this year, so and maybe Chevrolet's in it. Maybe something with Chevrolet happens in a few weeks.
Is it them cheating Yoders or is it Mickey Mouse? That's my question.
There's no in between this week.
What's crazy to me is this is the first DQ that NASCAR has had since 1960.
Well, it's the first DQ that happened with the top drivers. There's been DQs before, but like first DQs when the first place
for a winner is what. Yeah, for a winner is what I mean.
Yeah, so and that's what
Brad
shocks me.
DQ'd for Atlanta. Because I know Brad's penalty was very severe due to the fact that they messed with the integrity of the car itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back.
Someone knows.
Yeah,
I thought it was the undercarriage that he messed.
No,
with.
wait a minute. No, I think Brad's was the bumper. I actually do think they took Brad's car back to the R&D center. I remember that there could be like penalties, like if your car went to the R&D center, but they gave him one anyway.
Brad finished 12th at Atlanta.
I do remember he was one of the randoms that was picked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So wait, it was after the race.
Yeah. And they didn't DQ him.
And they didn't DQ him.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't argue. There is, that's what stops you from being able to argue it.
Dude, I wonder if Brad's going to be livid. Like, we all know how Brad Keselowski is.
Can you be mad, though, if they didn't DQ you?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I think
that's what stops it. No, absolutely not.
I think he will. Not that I agree with it, but I think that he'll say something.
The tail panel had a key feature that NASCAR deemed was not repaired adequately enough. Quoted by Brad.
For some reason, that seems, and I'm not just saying this because of bias, that just seems less like a lesser thing than what happened.
I would disagree. I would think that a faulty, shittily done repair on a car, I think has more what's the word I'm looking for here? I think there should be more repercussions to the car not being up to code as far as safety standpoint goes. I think a punishment should be harsher there. And you also have to think about, and here's another thing though, NASCAR has monopolized this generation of the car, right? Teams don't build the parts anymore. They get shipped to them, right, by NASCAR and their vendors. So, I mean, of course, it's like John Deere. John Deere is the perfect example for this. If you guys don't know, if you own a John Deere, you're not allowed to work on your John Deere.
John Deere has to work on your John Deere. You never fully own your John Deere. John Deere, even after you buy it, still owns the rights to their product. So you have to take it to John Deere authorized mechanic, repair, body shop, whatever a John Deere factory or mechanic is called. It all has to be through John Deere and their code. If you mess with it at all, like it voids its warranty and you lose all support for it. And that's kind of like Brad tried to work on his John Deere.
Well, okay, right here. Speaking of, this is all coming back to me now. It's a tough situation. We didn't want to run the tail panel. We didn't have any new tail panels to put on the car. We had a tail panel with 3 races on it, and we did some repairs to it. That's from Brad. That's according to Turnpike. Okay. Sounds like it was a case of not enough parts.
I mean,
there was a part shortage this year.
That's fine, but that's not written within the rule book. I mean, just fact of the matter. I'm not saying that he should have been docked the amount of points that he was docked. I'm just saying that these two like situations, I don't think are comparable. I think
NASCAR set a precedent, and they have to stick to it now. Or else
they did. If they would have DQ'd Brad, sure, I would agree with you. But they did not DQ Brad.
I am going to go back to, what was it? Was it last week when Cindric had the tire get loose from him on pit road, and they penalized Cindric, right?
They should have appealed the crap out of that. Like, also, I think another thing people forgot, Denny Hamlin also lost his wheel on pit road at Dover this year. And then it happened to Christopher Bell, no penalty. Very next week, Austin Cindric, boom, penalty.
And I agree wholeheartedly that anytime a wheel comes off for the rest of the season, we have to. There's no like conversation or debate to be had. We have to penalize and suspend the crew chief and whoever else for those 4 weeks. We have to. It sucks. It's a stupid rule, and I 1,000,000% disagree with every aspect of it. But it's already happened this season, so we have to stick to it. If Brad Keselowski would have been disqualified, then I think that the guys from this weekend, Kyle and Denny, they should be penalized points-wise too. But they were not DQ'd, so it is not the same case.
I just think that it was NASCAR's issue for not having tail panels for Brad, and he got destroyed for it.
Yeah, but we're talking about, like, it's a different case, though. Like, we're talking about a different set of circumstances. It was just a different case all in all.
I agree. I think the Joe Gibbs case was worse. I really do. I think the Joe Gibbs case was completely worse.
I think messing with the integrity of the car takes credence over a performance enhancement, personally.
Well, both of them are integrity over the car, if you think about it. It's all integrity over the car. Like you said, NASCAR owns these cars now. I mean, it's NASCAR built, but they're all built by NASCAR. Everything. So when you mess with anything on it, that messes with the integrity of that car. I think Joe Gibbs should get I don't know if it should be as stiff, but I think it should be pretty stiff. I think it should be a penalty.
Then if that's the case, we need to double up on Kyle Busch, and we need to go back and revisit Richmond.
What about Richmond?
The tape.
I am once again asking for Joe Gibbs Racing to stop using tape.
Yeah, it's just they used the tape. You don't remember that? He got flagged.
So you remember when they used to put tape on the grill for extra downforce?
Okay, I do remember this now.
Yeah, they actually meant to put it on the brake duct, but they accidentally put it. But they accidentally put it on the grill, and they ignored it for like 200. It was on there for 200 laps, and NASCAR didn't notice, and they finally looked and said, "Oh wait, it's on the grill." Penalized them.
Yeah. That goes down to inconsistency, which I bitched about. I literally
is it inconsistency or would it be consistency if NASCAR leaves it as just a DQ? Inconsistency would be penalizing them by points due to illegal tape and not penalizing Kyle twice for Richmond. And I'm not advocating for Kyle to be penalized, but if we want consistency, then a consistent call would be to leave it at a DQ and not go forward.
Yeah, I would say that's fine. But it's not going to happen. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. This is what I want, and this is what I think that will happen. This is not what will happen. They will not dock these guys points. It will not happen. If they do, I will eat my words on this podcast next week. But they are not going to dock Joe Gibbs Racing points. They're 100% not going to dock Denny Hamlin points because Denny Hamlin has become kind of one of the most biggest names in NASCAR here in recent years. And Kyle Busch is Kyle Busch. They're not going to dock him.
I actually think they will.
You think that they're going to?
I seriously do. Yep.
I don't see it happening. I think that's the reason that Joe Gibbs didn't try to appeal it. Now, I think if they tried to appeal it, shit would have hit the fan.
I was actually going to mention that. Yeah, I think the reason why they didn't appeal the penalty today was it was not worth the risk. You know, like there wasn't going to be any reward for it. I mean, yeah, I feel like if they would have appealed the penalty, it would have been like they definitely could have handed them like an L3 penalty if that were the case. I mean, and Dale Jr. talked about it on his podcast about cheating a long time ago. When you appeal a penalty, it's very, very, very hard to get it overturned. Like you have to have some really good evidence to overturn it and win the appeal. So, yeah, I'm actually happy with the decision they made. I didn't think there was any way they were going to win it anyway. So, but I don't know. I'm still expecting more fallout. I don't think this is the end.
I don't see him getting penalized.
All right. So just question for all four of us, and Cody can answer when he gets back. So which one? I think Jacob already said this, Cody already said this, but which situation do you think was worse? Do we think the JGR situation was worse, or do you think the Brad Keselowski situation from earlier season was worse? So Jacob, I think you said Joe Gibbs, right?
Yeah, I would say Joe Gibbs because this wasn't a part shortage issue. This was, we're going to manipulate airflow.
All right. Dalton, what do you think?
I'd say Joe Gibbs too. The one thing about Brad's is, I mean, Jacob, I'm not saying this to just, throw shade at Brad, but I mean, Brad couldn't even win with that illegal part. It was kind of like how Tennessee could win with Jerry Pruitt handing the McDonald's money. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, I definitely got to say Joe Gibbs for that one.
All right. Cooper, what do you think?
It just goes to show again, I mean, with the Brad situation, Ford had issues getting parts last year. That's why Ford fucking sucked last year. So it just goes to show that, Ford still ain't there. So you do what you got to do. But I would say, Joe's a little worn.
All right, Cody. Cody, I've asked all three of them. I'll get to mine after yours. So which situation do you think was worse? Do you think the Brad or the Joe situation? You're muted.
I think that cheating and trying to push your car to the absolute limit has long been in the sport. I mean, sure, as fans, like, it annoys us when it happens, but that's a part of NASCAR. NASCAR did their job by catching it, and I would say that the Joe Gibbs team did their job by trying to push the limit and not be caught. I would say the weeks where we have like a Ross Chastain who just goes out there and dominates, he's probably got an illegal car. It's just they've outsmarted NASCAR. That's what, like, crew chiefs and car chiefs, they are paid to outsmart NASCAR. That's a part of it, right? These cars don't roll out of NASCAR haulers. They roll out of the team haulers. Some teams are better than others because they have better engineers who can do these kinds of things. Now, I hate that Brad and Roush were penalized for something that may have been beyond their control, but also I don't have 100% detail to know if they were just trying to save a budget. I mean, ultimately, Brad can say and will say whatever he needs to appease the investors, sponsors, so on and so forth. And of course, he's not going to come out there like straight up to NASCAR's face and be like, yeah, we were cheating and we tried to not spend money. That's all there is to it. No, I mean, that's a PR thing. There is always going to try to be an answer that makes you look like the good guy. That is a PR move. That's what you have to do. So I think that messing with the structural integrity of the car, I'll define that for Jacob because I did not clearly define it enough because he did find a flaw in it. The structural integrity of the car, I do look as a more severe case. Now, I do want to say, had NASCAR DQ'd Brad, then I would expect for Kyle and Denny to also be points penalized. But due to the fact that Brad got to keep his 12th place finish and then he got docked the points, because I mean, really, what is docking points on Denny and Kyle actually going to do? That's not a if they want to hit them hard, then they need to dock them playoff points.
Yeah.
But I think that the Brad Keselowski situation is absolutely much worse than the Joe Gibbs one. Because for me, it's just Joe Gibbs. They were trying to cheat to win, and every other team does that every week.
Yes, that's kind of a good point. I do think both situations are bad. Obviously, if you're going to cheat, don't get caught because this is going to happen to you. I mean, I think Cody kind of brought up a good point with how Ross Chastain, he might have been cheating, but they found a way around that. So with the situation, say Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin get points deducted, 100 points. That puts Kyle Busch down to 495. He'll be tied with Austin Cindric. So that would definitely put him at the bubble if there are two more winners this season. So Kyle Busch would really have to get into gear if he were to get deducted 100 points. Both situations are bad. I think obviously JGR got caught in the act and that cost them. And this will show them to not do it again because it's hurt two of their most talented drivers. So both situations.
You say it's going to be like a threat for them not to do it again, or it's just going to be, oh shit, I got to be more sneaky. So
I think it'll be with it. I think with how NASCAR is, they'll be more sneaky about it.
I mean,
agreed.
Like 100%. It's not going to be like ooh, this hurts so bad. Yeah, you're just going to find someone better that can hide shit.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never try this again. Let's just run 15. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can never say like every first place driver who wins, except for probably maybe Michael McDowell, who won Daytona, might have had a chance at cheating. They might have found a way to, with their car, with a different adjustment than any other car, to win the race. So,
intent is everything, not in sports. The rule books are clearly defined. You cannot define the intent of anything. That's why anytime these types of situations happen in sports, I feel like Coop will be like the one who gets this. Tom Brady and Deflategate. Who's to know that Tom Brady actually knew that the balls were being deflated, right? I mean, it's obvious. Like, if we want to just like throw the book at him, sure. And that's why he was suspended for as long as he was. But the court cases that drug on and drug out because the NFL was basically punishing Tom on
you gotta
suspicion.
think it's like the guys that are over it are telling him, shut the fuck up. You're going to do what we say because we're over you. So it's the same thing with, racing that car. It's like, hey, man, there's a chance we might get caught here.
There's a chance
we're fast. One of our fucking guys is on the pole. Like,
right. And there's a shot that Kyle and Denny have no idea about the tape until they're DQ'd, right? I mean, there's a big shot of that because you don't always tell your driver everything. That's one thing that I've really learned from the Dell Jr. download. Recently he had Tony Jr. on his show, and he was asking Tony about like what was our illegal car, like which win did I not earn, and like Tony really didn't say much about it. He still stayed like tight-lipped. But like there were cars where Jr. indicated that he felt that it was probably illegal, but he didn't know. I do agree that intentionally breaking a rule versus accidentally, if you intentionally break a rule, morally it is more malicious, yes. But I do not want NASCAR in a position where they're making judgment calls consistently. They already do that in a defined rule book. I do not want to give NASCAR any more leeway to make up their own punishment. I want it to be cut and dried, down the rule line. If the rule book states, and this is something I keep meaning to do, I want to read the NASCAR rule book in its entirety. I want to just comprehend the wording and everything from the NASCAR rule book. But in this case, Brad messed with the not only the monopolization of what NASCAR has, but they messed with the body itself, the car, not for a aerodynamic gain, not to be faster, but just to cut costs and repair it themselves. NASCAR has to put that foot down and say, hey, you're not going to be able to meet it to our... There's so much more that comes along with all of this, right? We don't know the insurance. We don't understand, what NASCAR has laid out on the line as far as, we have a contract with, just as an example, McLaren's, who builds the digital dash now in NASCAR, right? We have a contract with McLaren. If it breaks, McLaren is the only company that can fix this. If McLaren finds out that we're doing this in our own shops, they void the contract. We do not have a vendor anymore, right? We lose that. So whoever built that part that Brad messed with, there could very well be a contract that states there is no OEM working on it. Is either us or nobody that works on this part. We're giving it to you. You're paying for it, but we're producing this product for you. Nobody is to touch it except for us. Because this company, what happens if Brad goes out there and they redo this part, right? And let's say NASCAR doesn't know. But let's say Roush, RFK, they repaired this piece, and let's say it fails on the track and something awful happens, right? Who does that look bad on? Does that look bad on RFK? Are they going to admit to that after that point? Hey, yeah, we lost a driver because we cut a corner, right? These are aspects of all of this that we don't as fans necessarily see. And I could be talking out of my ass. This might not exist, but within this boundary here, this is very likely. Think about your iPhone, just as an example. Nobody can touch your iPhone except for either your carrier that you have the insurance through or Apple themselves. If you have a brand new iPhone, you shatter the screen and you don't take it back to Verizon, or you don't send it in with Apple Care, but you take it to one of those kiosks in the mall to repair it, guess what? If you drop your phone the next day and it shatters, your Apple warranty is voided. So I guarantee you that this is exactly how it is in NASCAR right now with all of these parts, because every part is being supplied through NASCAR by all of these different vendors that have signed contracts. I have a list of all the vendors and all the specific parts that they do. So whoever it is that's doing the part that Brad messed with, there's a big chance that they have that OEM void if messed with warranty on all of their products. So that is something really important to just think about in regards to as to why Brad's penalty was so harsh. He was the first guy that messed with the car that NASCAR caught, of course. I do want to preface and say that. He's the first guy to mess with one of these OEM parts that NASCAR caught. So they had to make an example out of him, if anything. And I will hit my gavel. Did that change anybody's opinions on the Brad thing?
I appreciate that take. I mean, that's a very well thought out take. But for me, no. I thought we weren't going to have beef tonight. I guess we did.
I don't. I'm here, but no.
And that's fine. Chase Elliott won, though.
He did.
Chase Elliott did win. Was it 4?
Hey, and my boy And my boy dumped a vanilla Coke on himself in the shower after Chase won. I was waiting for it. I saw it, and I was like, "Where's RJ?" And I go and search up RJ on TikTok. There he is, baby. Now it's
So
like,
on the Chase Elliott topic, I do want to play this. I think that this gives a lot of insight.
Jesus Christ,
it doesn't
who's
matter.
got a better stash, Jacob or Chase?
Chase.
Get fucked, bro.
Yeah,
You're insane. You're insane, man.
No debate about it.
There's definitely a debate.
No, I think this is going to give a lot of insight to the people who are like, NASCAR just wanted Chase Elliott to win. I think that's the dumbest opinion anybody could have on this whole situation. Like, if that is your one single takeaway, you have like 4 brain cells.
Exactly right.
Yeah, Parv.
You can't blame Chase for this, and you can't say that NASCAR did not penalize 2 of the series' top drivers just to give Chase Elliott
Dalton
a
is
win.
dying right now. Look,
He's struggling.
I'm sorry, guys. Can I just be 100% honest with you?
Hit me.
I'm having like bad anxiety right now.
Oh, buddy.
Get off. Go relax, brother.
I'm trying to. I got Shark Week on the TV. I'm sorry, guys.
Shark Week? That's not helping. Dude, how is being eaten alive by a great white shark while you're just trying to have a good family vacation? How is that like? Yeah, what's Sharknado?
Sharknado.
Sharknado 3.
Watching seals get mauled by big fish is not helping you. That's crazy.
I'm trying to get like a mind distraction here, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, well then listen to this. Let this distract you.
Okay.
Chase, with
Hit
the
me.
possibility that JGR could appeal this and the chance that it could get overturned, I guess, on appeal, is there any part of you that wants to wait before celebrating this win?
I mean, look, I don't know that it's really a win that I'm going to celebrate anyway. For me, I don't really feel right celebrating someone else's misfortune, number one. And you're right. Number two, like, it could change by Thursday or Friday or whenever. So the way I take it is, look, I don't know the details of what went on. I don't know, what made them make that decision. Like I said, it's not necessarily something I'm proud of or something I'm going to boast about. Throughout the course of this situation, I thought we were very fortunate to run third, to be real honest with you. I thought we started off okay and then struggled to the midpoint of the event. And I thought for us to get back into the top 5 there was really a good day. And then to, squeak by that wreck and be able to miss that, I thought we were lucky as it was. So, look, it's, as I alluded to a second ago, no race car driver wants to win that way. And whether it gets overturned or not overturned or whatever, I'm not gonna celebrate somebody's misfortune or whatever for that situation. That doesn't seem.
What is the
seem right to
Pocono
me.
race win diecast? Who did they make it up?
I crossed the line third. So it's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Do you have any idea how you go about getting the trophy? Do you have to ask NASCAR for it? Do you ask Rod to go over to Denny's and get it? How do you?
That shit's
I
going
want
on
to
eBay.
pause here. Yeah, I want to pause here and I love Bob, right? Nobody hates Bob. But sometimes, dude, Bob asks the worst fucking questions that anybody could ask in a moment. And he's good at what he does because when he asks the questions, I get mad. And I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous that you're asking, but somebody's got to ask it. And Bob's putting himself out there for that. So thank you, Bob. More balls than I would ever have. There's no way that I would ever ask this fucking question right here.
Shout out Big Bob, baby.
I wonder if he still does Kurt Busch like that.
Dude, I wonder when the last time does Bob like reluctantly walk up to Kurt and he's like,
just gets under Kurt's skin. Like Bob is Kurt's bully. He gets in his head.
Yeah, there's a lot of people give Bob grief for asking these kinds of questions. And like I said, they piss me off because I'm like, dude, imagine how the driver feels about this. But those are the questions in journalism that mean the most. The ones that like really just strike a chord with people. Bob is an incredible journalist. Not only like his like journalism style, but also for the sport of NASCAR. He always asks the right questions. Shout out Bob.
I think he should go.
How do you get it?
Oh,
Do what?
I did not know there was more to this video. I apologize.
Yeah, no, go ahead. What'd you say?
I was going to say I wanted to go ask Denny how he feels about Ross still finishing ahead of him.
Oof. We'll watch Denny's video after this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't even really thought about it, and honestly, if he wants to keep it, he can keep it. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, he crossed the finish line first, and I haven't really thought about that. That's a great question, but I didn't really feel like I earned it on track yesterday, so. If he wants to keep it, then I'm good with that. I'm not gonna ask for it.
Muted.
Dude, I hate myself. I mute myself during all the videos. I think that Chase handled that interview and those questions in the best possible way, right? And I want everybody to go around. This isn't like a Chase gloat time. How do you, if you were Chase Elliott in that moment, how would you have answered it? And do you like what Chase said? Let's just go like clockwise. So Cooper, you're first.
If I was Chase, bro, straight the fuck up. I'm saying, hey, Denny.
Yeah, so hold on. Wait. Answer it just like Bob asked you. You are Chase Elliott right now.
I'd be like, well, to be honest with you, I didn't finish the race. You know, my race car didn't cross that start-finish line first. I finished third. But when cheaters cheat, I deserve my trophies. So, Denny, you'll be getting a phone call about 5 p.m. today, and I need my trophy. That half-empty champagne bottle, go ahead and send it my way, too. And you can keep that checkered flag for your daughter, but I need my trophy.
Parv, it's your turn.
I don't know how I would spot.
That's the most patriotic trophy too. I'm sorry, it's fucking great.
Got a fucking eagle on it, man.
No, bro, that's why.
With the American flag behind it.
I mean, I feel like I do the same thing as what Chase did.
No, I didn't. I need you to answer it verbatim, buddy.
Okay, so Bob asked me the question. Okay,
how are you gonna go? Yeah, so summarize the two. Are you pleased with your win, and how are you going to get the trophy?
I mean, I wasn't the one who crossed the finish line first, so I don't think this has a true win. But a win is a win. And when it comes to the trophy, I don't think if Denny wants to keep it, he can keep it. If he wants to put a piece of tape on it, he can. If he wants to sell it on eBay, he can. Obviously, the flag he could keep for his daughter, and yeah, I don't really care about the trophy.
Notice Chase wasn't bitching last year when he got that rain delay race win.
Well, shut the fuck up, Dalton. It's your
not the way I wanted to win.
I need what your personal reaction would be when Bob asked you those questions.
I mean, pretty much the same thing he said. Like, if I were in Chase shoes, I kind of hate the way to get that. I know it's a technicality, but if you try to take the stain from me, I'm gonna sock you straight in the face.
Okay, so now give me like a quote. You are being interviewed by Bob. Give me your press conference here.
Damn it. I don't know. I mean, that's not really how I would like to win races, Ryan. That's not really how I would like to win races. I would like to be the first guy to cross the finish line. It's really the worst way to win races, just off of someone's misfortune. But, I mean, you take them how you can get them, I guess. But still, I'd rather be crossing first.
And how are you going to get your trophy?
I'm gonna go rob a house tonight.
Oh God, Jacob, here. This is your moment, buddy. This is
I've
all
been
you.
waiting. I appreciate you saving me for last. Yo, Dennis, I'm gonna need my trophy. You could FedEx that shit to my house. I know you got like an inner circle. I want the flag too. I'm gonna give it to my firstborn just for cheating, and you can just kiss my ass. I want my trophy, bro.
Do you like the way Chase handled it?
I think I gave the best.
You would let the girl keep the flag?
1,000,000%.
1,000%. Because it's more like a fuck you. Because it's like keep the flag.
Okay, mine was kind of a joke, like keep the flag or like taking the flag away. But who would be the driver that said I want the flag too? I want the flag.
Kyle.
Bush. Kyle Bush.
Give it to Brexton.
Braxton's wiping his fucking ass with it the next day. Like,
He's like
But
doing
it doesn't-
burnouts in his little midget car.
dude,
with
they're,
it.
no, they're putting in like a diaper around the fucking baby and shit. Like,
they have like a little
shit piss in it.
They have a cookout at the race shop, and Denny's girls in there, and there's Brexton just waving the little thing around.
Oh, they got it like a damn bib in the shirt, like cooking ribs and shit. And Kyle's just wiping his face,
wearing it as a cape as he just rushes through. Oh man.
Jacob wouldn't do this.
Give me the flag.
Yeah, the little kid grabs it and you just yank it from him.
I could
like. I liked Blaney before you did. I liked Blaney before you.
I
were
liked him when he
born.
was with the Wood Brothers.
My kid's only 1 year old. I don't care. Fake fan.
Yeah, he's not even gonna remember this. Give me this flag.
They could be the type of guy that would steal a baseball from a kid at a game too.
I don't know if it's that. Shit.
I almost did. I wanted to real bad. I ended
You're
up.
thinking
It's
about it.
funny, dude. At the game, we ended up moving up because I was like, shit, it's empty now. Like all that's left are Angels fans going into the seventh. So we ended up like row 3 at the Braves dugout, just chilling. Yeah,
That's
and
cool,
like
bro.
the bat boy was like throwing balls up, and I was like, man, like I would just knock a kid in the back of the head.
Robo.
But I think Chase handled it really well. I think that was an excellent way to handle it. He could have handled it so many different ways. I think people hating on Chase for this win, I think it's kind of ridiculous. I think it's stupid. I don't think NASCAR is rigging anything for Chase personally. And that might come off as a biased opinion, but I genuinely mean that in an unbiased way. I think it's dumb to blame him for another team cheating. And I mean, if a Penske car would have finished in front of Chase, they probably would have been the winner, right? It was just two Toyotas.
Do you think
Gibbs
Reddick would have
cars.
won if he was in that position?
Yeah, either way, like
That'd
if
have been
Denny
weird.
and Kyle finish 1 and 2, I mean, whoever finishes third wins.
Could you imagine Richard be like, well, Reddick won again. Cool.
I mean, I would be happy. I would be happy with Reddick winning if I was Richard. It's like money in the team.
Yeah.
That purse is big.
Yeah.
It helps with sponsorships and everything. Yeah. But he does, and that's the worst part. I like to consider myself a cool Chase Elliott fan. I play into it a lot. I think it's funny. I love getting the hate for being a Chase fan. That like when people come at me on Twitter, it's the funniest thing in the world. Because not only am I a Chase Elliott fan, but being a Bubba fan, and you just wind those up.
Dude, you do get the worst of both worlds, honestly.
I do, yeah. Yeah,
And
I'm getting
but also,
bullied either way.
You're not a toxic Chase fan.
I don't think so.
No, you're not.
Let Colin back in.
Oh, is he back?
Oh, he's breaking into the house.
Can y'all not
But-
see me?
No.
Nope.
I don't know what happened.
No, you're just a dark box.
Yippee.
Did anything
That's-
else?
That's what I'm gonna see here in about a couple hours.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm a toxic woke fan. Dude, I couldn't tell you how many times I've been told those exact words. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, one quick thing I do want to
What is
point out,
happening?
though. Yeah.
Dog.
I'm trying to fix this.
Shout out Bubba.
Yeah.
2 back-to-back top 10s.
Yo, I was like, what?
Dude, people are like, yeah, did that pit stop trade actually work out? It did. Bubba's got 2 consecutive top 10s. I would say it did work out.
So unnamed guy was like, man, I would be watching today's race, but Bubba Wallace is running. And then tweeted out later, man, Bubba Wallace ran today, but congrats Chase Elliott on a great victory.
There he is.
Yeah, that stuff just blows my mind. It's so funny. Real quick, there is one more question I want to throw, and then we will hang it up. I don't even think we need our LTC like late night thing. This has been just a full episode of NASCAR, and I think that's how we need to keep it. This one. I do want to ask you guys though, based on the rumor that Ryan provided us, what 3 charters are up for sale?
RCR is probably the big one.
So you think so? 2. What's the other charter?
The
77.
Spire. I think Spire is one of them.
Yeah.
78 car.
78.
Yeah.
BJ, live fast. Oh, honestly, that's a good one. I want to immediately go after Parv. I think that the 78 could definitely be that car. I would literally wager like all the money in my bank account that it is the 77. That car just genuinely doesn't need to be out there. If they drop down to a 1-car team, I could totally see Corey having a lot more success than what he is right now. Just put your best, which I mean, the best guys at that shop already work on the 7, I'm sure.
Like a JTG route is what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think the other 2 are probably RCR. I think without a doubt that's probably where we're at. I don't think the live fast guys, I think that they just enjoy racing. BJ McLeod, he's not a guy out there competing ever. He is out there because he has enough money to be able to run NASCAR as a hobby. And, I'll be honest, I think that's okay. If he can afford it, more power to him. Good for him. But I think it's probably RCR and the 77.
Which is funny, too, because who wants to buy into those charters? Matt Collig. Why would he not want to buy in that 77? Why would he not bring that over to his own team,
I think that would be a terrible decision, though, for Collig. I don't think that Collig has the funding to house both the Xfinity and the Cup team.
I feel like they're going to do it till they shut their fucking doors. They're just going to keep pulling and pulling and pulling and buying whatever they can. And
I can see that, too.
They're going to fuck up. I think your Cup program right now was a far reach. I don't know why you would do that.
I do appreciate this junior take here. I totally think that the 41 charter could be up for sale.
Stuart Haas going to a 3-car team. Yeah, I could see that.
I think Spire, live fast,
front row.
I don't think so. I don't think front row's interested in selling.
Dude,
what about the 15?
That's SHR, or no, that's Rick Ware, isn't it?
That's Rick Ware. That's
Yeah.
Joey Hand. Joey Hand.
But that car has been their most successful one all season long. That's the one that's had Joey in it. That's the one that's had Priest in it. Like that's been their good car, which is funny to say, but all right. That leaves Cooper, Jacob, and Dalton.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I think it's spicy. I'm gonna say RCR, the 3 and the 8, and then JTG, 47.
I don't think JTG is trying to get out. If you like,
Why wouldn't they?
So this guy, the guy who owns JTG, total marketing genius. Remind me after this and I'll send you like this whole big thing that he has. But dude, that man is pulling in so much money for his NASCAR endeavor. It's ridiculous. The reason why the cars are Kroger, Tide, Kroger, Irish Springs, Kroger, blah, 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 Kroger this and Kroger that is because he's pulled all of these companies into his marketing firm. Yeah, a lot of money being made there.
Do you think Stuart Haas just drops down, though? Do you think they could drop the 10 and the 41?
I don't think Stuart Haas is going to drop at all.
Why wouldn't they, though? You have the 4 that's going to be a synonymous car. That's going to be that's your baby. You can build so much with that damn 4 car. And then keep the 14 because Briscoe's an animal. He's obviously going to do something. So why keep the other 2? Lower it down. You can focus more on your Xfinity and kind of go like spin what you sell into Xfinity and then bring in more drivers to your Ford because Ford is weak. Because you're not going to move Riley. Like keep that car there, but like go get something random.
You got to move Riley.
But like if you sell, you can't.
You've got to move Riley like you would a sack of hammers out of a 10-story window.
If you're going to move, I would say move Harrison, but where would you put Harrison? And you could put Riley in the 21.
No, Riley needs to be out of NASCAR.
Oh, you meant move him out. I thought you meant move him like up. No. Riley needs to go to the trucks. I think Riley's going to be, Put Riley where Zane is. That's what you could do. You could swap them. You could put Riley. Yeah.
All right, that leaves Jacob and Dalton.
I think definitely Spire, 77 car. It's a good one. I don't think Colleague is going to give up their charter. I think the 16 car might be full-time next season.
With
who?
But that would involve them taking one of the charters.
Yeah, I think they'll go after. You said Colleague's interested, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matt Colleague.
I think 16 will go after one of the charters. I don't want to say RCR, but I feel like they're at a point now where they don't really have a choice.
Now, keep in mind, remember last year, the rumor was confirmed on DVC that in 2020, RCR was like entertaining offers.
Yeah. I feel like they don't have a choice now. So I feel like they're going to be one of the ones to sell. And I think I don't see BJ selling just because BJ is one of those guys that has worked really hard to get to the point where he's at.
Who owns the 00?
That's not in the sport anymore. That was your boy. That was your boy.
No, and so I want to preface. I think I explained this a few weeks ago. I think it's not the numbers that are chartered. It is just individual like tickets, basically.
Yes.
So, like, let's say somebody buys the RCR charter for the 8. It's not the 8 car that comes. Like, they have their ticket punched for all 36 races. Now they pick a new number.
So they could still pull the 8 if they want the 8.
If they wanted it, yeah.
So that's what Hendrick did recently, switching from the 88 to the 48, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The number dropping the 88 for the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bowman went over to the 48 team.
To the 48, yeah.
Yeah, so the 88 was a charter. So instead of like anything else mattering, Rick had the charter already, so he could have picked any number He could have put Larson in the 88 if he wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain teams that have like a right to numbers. I think somebody said a while back that if Roush decided they wanted the 16 back, anytime NASCAR would probably give them the 16 back just because of how long they've been in the sport. And Colleague would have to find a new number. But, I don't see Roush doing that. As far as another charter, I feel like it would have to be Rick Ware, right? Like Rick Ware is the one that's got – how many charters does Rick Ware have?
He's got the 51, the 52, the 15.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, they don't need 3 cars.
Balicki, Cody,
And whoever's in the 15, yeah.
Whoever's in the 50, yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Because Smithly runs the 15 too. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought there was another.
Dalton, you got 3 in mind?
Okay, so I think for sure RCR number 8. The 77. It seems like the 77 is always up for sale, but I think it's going up for sale again. Now for the third one, I'm going to come out on a really far left field with this one. I want to say the Petty GMS 42.
That's interesting. I don't hate that, honestly. It's weird, right? To think that like they started this 2-car team and now they're like, oh, okay, this is awful. Let's drop back down to a 1-car team. And also in RCR's regard, do you think RCR goes back to a 1-car team?
RCR could go to a 3-car team.
So you think RCR would buy one?
It depends who wants to buy an RCR though.
I mean, I think that instant lock would be Dell Jr., right? If we're being real.
Well, I got to thinking about, we talked about for so long about Junior, but possibly, Cody, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. About Junior.
I think we've all talked about this with Cody on solo occasions.
Yes, about Junior teaming up with Richard Childress. I think something that we've been ignoring is Junior linking up with Spire.
I don't hate that. I'll be honest though, another thing that I could see Junior linking up with, him and Justin Marks are pretty tight.
That would make a lot of sense too. Why not just go out there and just take the other 2 from RCR?
Well, here's the thing. If Junior were to do like an acquisition of RCR, merge with Trackhouse, that puts everything of his father's in one roof.
Mm-hmm.
Because DEI is Trackhouse.
Yeah.
Like that's like the way it's funneled down is in the Trackhouse. Junior merging the 2, like it sound like I'm about to sound like I'm insane, but it like fulfills the prophecy, right? Like it just makes everything for Senior come full circle. Junior gets that final like middle finger to Teresa. Junior and Kelly win.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, that's probably not going to happen, but that's like if JRM ends up with RCR and we have like Trackhouse, Richard Childress Racing, dude, like every driver who races for them, like I'm a fan of. Like I don't care about Chase Elliott, Bubba, or Tyler anymore. Like it's all whatever my Lord Junior does from that point on. That would be incredible. Anything to add on this topic before we move on to picks and then we're out of here?
I like everybody's it's getting spicy. Silly season is getting spicy.
Silly season is here, and it is a wild one. It is an extra silly season.
We thought 2020 was wild. This takes the cake.
And it also the domino that Denny flicked with Tyler Reddick is what started just the total uncertainty.
That could be something too. What if 23 goes and buys one of Richard's and just keeps
according to Brett, it's Denny, Dale, and Colleague. Those are the 3 looking.
And
I mean,
Justin,
there's a chance.
Say Justin?
No.
Oh.
There is a chance that 2311's gearing up to have Tyler Reddick next season. Like, that is a reality. So, I mean, Wild Toms. Speaking of Wild Toms, NASCAR is all in Indy this weekend. We got IRP, and then we got the road course for the Xfinity and the Cup. So, Truck Series racing IRP. It's been a minute. Nice to be back. Terrible fucking opinion. Just awful. Kyle Busch going to the 41 or the 10, book it. If we're going to book it, I think it'll be booked very soon. Boys, who do we have in the Truck Series?
Let's see who's running.
I don't think an entry list is out yet. The full entry list.
Let's see. What we got. Well, this is the first race of their playoffs, right?
Yep.
So these teams are going to be coming out and swinging. So I would say, nope. I'll say Zane Smith comes out and wins right off the bat. I think that team's going to be looking to get ahead quick.
I like that opinion. Another team that's going to be looking to get ahead quick. I said that backwards. Is a guy who's still chasing after his first win. I think Carson Hocevar is going to come out of the gate swinging and implant himself in this championship contention.
John Hunter Nemechek.
I want to go again. Give me Todd Bodine. Give me redemption. This was a bad wreck. Come on.
I don't think Bodine's running.
Bodine's done.
Fuck.
Pocono was like his.
Whatever it was.
Give me Chase Purdy.
It's
get
interesting.
Okay.
Just get weird.
I like getting weird with the Truck Series, you know.
I can't believe I didn't talk about this guy earlier in the when we were talking about trucks, but obviously he ended up winning the race. So I feel like this is going to get him a pretty good advantage for the start of the playoffs. I'm going to stay in the KB of Kent once again and go with Chandler Smith, my twin.
I don't hate that. Moving on to the Xfinity Series. Things are heating up a little bit. And by that, I mean that 7 car is heating up. Justin Allgaier is going to win this weekend at the Indy Road Course.
I mean, I can't not say that this guy's not going to win. AJ Allmendinger.
I think another road course driver in the Xfinity Series, Ty Gibbs.
Is it one of the Hendrick guys running this one? I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. 17 car. That ain't going to matter because I agree with Parr if Ty Gibbs is going to win.
Dalton.
Oh, Cody, did you already make a pick?
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, y'all know Bubba Wallace is running this weekend, right?
Yep.
But
And
no,
what?
I'm definitely not picking that.
He's in the 18.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm actually gonna go with Landon Castle for this one.
It's a wasted
Cody Mann.
pick, just like he's a wasted seat.
Jesus.
Cup Series.
Cup Series. Shout out our boy Joe. He is going to be at his first race in 15 years.
There you go.
Hype. I expect to see some pictures on Twitter and in the Discord. Joe is our designated at-race reporter this weekend. So, Joe, LTC rests in your hands for our integrity. Boys, we're going Cup racing, dear God. So, the year built that the road course was, according to the NASCAR app, is year 0. It's 2.44 miles. Do we love or hate the Indy Roval?
Hate. I hate both Rovals. They're stupid, and yeah, I'm probably the only one that thinks it. So
I thought it was a good substitute for the Gen 6 cars to run the Roval in Indy. Now that we have Gen 7, I would love to see them on oval again.
After what we saw at Pocono, I really don't see why you would give Indy Oval a try at least one more time.
I'm indifferent. Indy Roval is probably my least favorite road course we have. It used to be Daytona, but where they removed Daytona now, like it just fell naturally to Indy. I think it's great for open wheel cars. I just don't think stock cars do very well on it personally. Joe's gonna rush the field and steal the 18 car and win the race. I believe in you, Joe.
Joe's the new driver for the 18.
Okay, TKO.
That's who falls into the. Bro, shout him out one time.
He was in the stream.
He was. He came to the stream the other night when me and Cooper did. Yeah.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, and Summer did the same thing that you just did. It was so funny. She was like, "Y'all remember that one guy on NASCAR Heat that hacked?" You know, I texted her and was like, "He's here watching."
Jacob, I called him out and I said, "Hey boy, run me in Michigan." He said, "Tell me when and where."
Yeah, and then he said, "You don't want the smoke."
Yeah.
You're right. I don't, because I'll cheat.
So Indy Road Course Racing underdog. He's not much of an underdog anymore. He was gonna win last year though. Chase Briscoe is a pretty solid underdog. Now as far as the winner chicken dinner, I'm gonna be weird with this one. It's a guy who's been building and building and building. Road course racer, super speedway racer. I can see Michael McDowell squeeze this one out, bro.
Okay, well I'll go second. No, I'll go second because guess what, Cody? We have the same fucking picks. Exactly.
Pain.
I'll go third.
Okay.
So for my underdog, I guess I'll go with I guess I'll go with Michael McDowell. I mean, good road course driver, but the winner, he's gonna smash another pinata. Daniel Suarez going to Victory Lane, get that second one of the season, baby.
Now, I don't have my boy winning it, but he is my underdog. So it's funny. Both of you guys said, all three of you guys said it. Shit. Michael McDowell. That's an underdog. Top 10. But the winner, number 2. Austin Cindric's going to win that race.
Good pick. That's a good
Austin
pick.
Cindric's going to win that race.
Michael McDowell has been chosen 4 times this week for the picks. Let that sink in.
Number 5. Go on, do it. Do it for your
I
underdog.
actually was going to have Michael McDowell as my underdog.
Michael McDowell with this. I think this is the first LTC sweep of the season, in all fairness.
It is.
But for my main pick, I think the hometown boy's going to get some redemption this year. It is going to be Chase Briscoe.
Oh, man. Me, Dalton, and Jacob have the same picks.
Holy shit.
It's hard to sleep, though, because we have AJ's going to be running that 16 car, too, so.
He is, but their equipment, to me, just hasn't been up to par. I mean, he was there at COTA for sure. I'm not debating that. But I just feel like their equipment as a whole, like, I just don't know if it's going to hold up. Skill-wise, yes. It's just Colleague as a organization, I don't know.
I mean, be good to tell. I don't know. It'd be exciting seeing him and Cindric battle again.
I hope he does, Joe. I would flip if Brad won the Indianapolis road course.
We all could be wrong. Chase Elliott might come out there and win.
Chase, listen, Hendrick, whatever that 9 shop is doing, they're doing it right. Chase is on an absolute tear right now.
I honestly think Busher would be one to watch too.
I agree. I don't hate that. I mean, Ross is gonna be contending for the win.
Truex, that's another one. Truex will be a good one.
Todd Gilliland.
I don't know
It
if
was going good.
Yeah, we were good.
Nothing wrong with Todd Gilliland.
Timmy Hill.
Timmy Hill's running the trucks, I think. I think he's running again this
Can't
week.
wait to see Timmy Hill spin out on lap 5.
It's not the Onion, though. I need that shirt. Have you guys seen it?
No.
It's like on the back of it. It's like an old damn sprint car, and it's like the Onion's last ride, and it's got like a fucking onion on the bottom of it, bro.
I want a shirt with Todd Bodine on it that says "Cue ball headed fool."
Hey, what are you guys gonna do if Kurt Busch can't run again? He can't run the 45 car, and they're like, guys, we got to get someone to fill in. They dial up old Mike Harmon, and they're like, hey, boy, you trying to come run this car real quick?
Bro, what you doing right now, dude? I'm just eating Applebee's.
I'm dropping everything.
I'm at the Applebee's in Indianapolis. Wow.
I'm dropping everything. I'm picking Harmon to win that damn race.
Just putting everything that's in your bank account on him.
I am. Selling my assets. I'm out.
Boxing or MMA? I think that I would do better in MMA just because I'm short and my legs are like fucking tree trunks. If I get those around your neck, you're dead. Mark Martin to the 45, dude, that would be lit.
Cousin Carl to the 45.
Dude, honestly, I mean, anything is possible. What if 23XI's like, all right, next 2023, we have Bubba Wallace, Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick, Carl Edwards, 4-car team.
I got a new favorite team.
I'm running. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll drop everything.
Like, we all just show up wearing Toyota gear.
They're like, hey, Gibbs, you trying to sell that 19 real quick?
Yeah.
Let's put Martin in the 18. Let me take that 19 real quick. Carl, here you go.
Man, the perfect world. Aflac comes back to sponsor him, and it's the same scheme.
We got Scott's coming back with it, too.
Oh, please. Save a Lot rolls up.
I don't think they have the money anymore. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I worked at a Save-A-Lot. They do have the money.
Jacob did work at a Save-A-Lot.
I did.
Shout out
that
which
one
one?
guy. What's his name?
Rogersville?
No, it was it was Nashville.
Oh, okay.
What do you say his name was, Jacob?
I'm trying to think of it right now.
Why we gotta name drop people?
Well, I'll think about it. No. Oh no, we'll talk about it after the show.
So on that note, I guess this is where we end it.
LTC, put your money on Michael McDowell.
All 5 of us said Michael McDowell wins.
Honestly, let's all put $1 on McDowell.
I ain't putting $1. I'm putting more than $1 on McDowell.
I put $5 on him.
Fair enough. Okay, $5. We'll all put 5.
This is where we start to sign off the show. Before we end, I want everybody in the chat to show Dalton some love for tomorrow. He's having a surgery, so everybody drop some burnouts in the chat.
Thoughts and prayers, buddy.
Thank you, boys. Sorry about my panic attack earlier. I just hate the night before surgery. I get so scared. I'm gonna be terrified when I walk into that hospital. But this is Vanderbilt. This is a new hospital, so hopefully they'll fix me up for good. Thank you, boys, for the thoughts. Hopefully this is the last one. But thanks again. Hopefully I'll be back to normal soon. I don't know if I'll be on the show next week. Depends on how I feel. Hopefully I will, but I'm not ready, but just get it over with.
Sir, all will be well. That's the beauty of living in this time. If you'd have had the surgery like 100 years ago, like you're toast, buddy. Like,
yeah,
they're gonna make you drink like 3 gallons of gasoline and then eat like 4 saltine crackers, and then like when it doesn't heal, they're like, well, guess you're just possessed by a demon. let's
drown in the
witchcraft.
witchcraft. Burns into witchcraft.
Yeah.
And with that note, it's almost midnight, so it's time for me to stop eating.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, he turns into a gremlin.
Just shout out to Dairy Queen for sponsoring me tonight.
Shout out
Good old DQ.
What is
Yep.
gonna be? What is your first meal after like you get done? Like, what are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Dude, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'll be able to wake up. Like, I remember the last surgery I had. It took me forever to like wake up. Like, I don't know what it is, the anesthesia, but I just can't wake up from it. But I do have it very early this year. I had to be up at 4:00 in the morning. I had to be there at 5:30, and the surgery ain't till 7:30. But and I think it's going to be a 3-hour long surgery. If I had to guess, I'll probably be like sleeping for a little bit as soon as I get home. When I wake up is to be determined, but I want to say for my first meal, probably it won't be much. I won't feel like really eating anything. It's probably going to be like Jello, applesauce, or some kind of frosted cookies.
That's right. Yeah, because you said you can't have anything that's warm.
Yeah, that is correct. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit for hot foods.
Honestly, I would do okay with that. Like for pizza, I love cold pizza personally.
It ain't
Same.
bad, but
Same.
it's not really ideal for me.
Really, dude, back in the day, I would go to Little Caesars, get one, and like leave it setting out. That way, I would have it like room temperature for dinner.
Honestly, Little Caesars is actually a lot better when they don't cook it. Like, let's be straight up.
Agreed. Yeah, for sure. I like Little Caesars. I think people hate on it unnecessarily. The price, the value, everything is there with Little Caesars. That's off topic though. God, that's a whole conversation we could go into another day. Dalton, you know, we're all pulling for you here at the LTC, so we'll see you next week.
Hopefully, yep.
I've got a quick question, like off topic. So those people that sports bet, if they put money on like Denny Hamlin and DK drops your money directly after the race, what happens when they get DQ?
They keep it.
So what if Chase Elliott was slated to win? And
It's just
nope.
It's just Denny.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's whatever the first results are. Because, I mean, people cash out immediately, right? So, like, if somebody's standing there by the teller, as soon as the event's over, they hand that ticket and they get that money. They can't, like, follow the guy home.
Vince cashed out, too, when Ross is in the lead. He profited, like, what, $1,700, I think?
Yeah.
Because he had a bad feeling. Like, that's fucking, all of a sudden, boom.
Everything got so messed up after this disqualification.
Oh, yeah. It's insane. But yeah, that's been hold on, wait.
Come on, play it. Yeah, let's go.
Parv loves the music. Parv's only here for the music.
You're right. You're right.
It's been your LTC from East Tennessee once again, bringing you some awful NASCAR opinions, terrible takes, and 5 kind of cute faces for the last 2 hours and 47 minutes. It's been me, the one, the only, the Nas Cody, your host with the most.
JKL, KFB to RFK 2023.
You're on drugs.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Coop Daddy.
Disqualified Dalton Reddy Bush.
And it's your leader of the hashtag Parv Gang, Matthew Parvin. Tune in next week when we find out who wins the Roval. Dance. in the episode already. Jesus Christ. I'm not taking my shirt off, Cooper.